Welcome back to the Locker Room Talk podcast. As always, I am your host or co-host, Dalton and Sebastian. This weekend, first of all, want to go ahead and we both got it on. The Cubbies win their third ever series at home
Mm,
in Wrigley. Third ever playoff series
mm.
was a fucking clincher down to the last minute. Down to the
No,
last
never a
minute.
doubt.
My
Never a
ass.
doubt.
My ass. I was sweating when they brought Brad Keller in to close. But super proud of the Cubs. They take on the Milwaukee Brewers at 1 o'clock tomorrow. That one will be on one of my screens at some point tomorrow. Can't wait. Stoked to watch that. We also have UFC 320 this weekend. I got the homie up here. We're going to get drunk, eat some wings, and hopefully my parlay hits because if it does, the homie and I
Who
are
do you
splitting
got?
$1,000. So,
Who do you got tonight?
so my parlay is just the 5 main card fights. We're taking Abus over Joe Pfeiffer, Zalal over Josh Emmett, Khalil Roundtree, and Yuri Prohaska are fighting. Taking Khalil to win that one. That's both. It's gonna be a heart jerker because we both
Well, no, the
love
main event.
both.
Who do you got for the main event?
Oh, Pajeda.
Yeah, okay.
Alex Pajeda. He's getting his revenge on Magomed Ankalaev. Murab's
I think
also
I'm gonna
fighting.
I think I'm taking Magomed.
You'd be wrong, buddy. You'd be wrong. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend, though. Hell of a sports weekend. Baseball playoffs. NHL's back next week. NBA is starting off here in a few weeks. Preseason started out today, and obviously college football and NFL are no doubt talk of the town right now. On NFL news, we'll get into it. The Baltimore Ravens are just beat to absolute hell. Lamar's not playing this weekend. Mac Jones did his best Brock Purdy impression, and they beat the Rams last night with pretty much the 49ers practice squad. So it was a hell of a kickoff to the weekend. So super excited. We're going to go ahead and get into some college football talk. We're going to start it off really with the 3 major games that we're really looking at this weekend. We'll talk.
I'm actually shocked you didn't want to talk about the MLB playoffs to start.
I mean, I've really only been paying attention to. I know the Dodgers work the Reds, the Tigers.
yeah.
Shout out
Dude,
Javi.
the Reds, they were even lucky to get in. Honestly,
Yeah, they really stumbled into the playoffs.
It's all thanks to the Mets.
All thanks to
Dude.
the Mets shitting down their leg.
I saw a crazy stat for the Mets. So obviously they spent probably more than any other team in the offseason to acquire, and even to get Soto. I mean, how much they spent on him from the to acquire him from the Yankees. Did you know that when trailing after 8, they were 0-67 this season?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
thought the fucking Cubs were bad
preposterous.
at coming back and winning games, especially in the second half. That's insane. That's insane.
I wonder what the next closest to, like, if you had to look up a stat for other teams that, like, how many wins did they have even though they were trailing in the 8th? How many of them were able to come back and win? I would need to go back and look. I just saw the post on X, the Everything app, which was absolutely insane. But the Cubs, listen, great win. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes it's very pretty and pleasing to watch, and sometimes it's ugly. But
Hey, I know
down
obviously
2 of our aces, so we basically have
Yeah.
2 aces. Well, 3 if
Yeah.
Shota would have been more consistent this season, but
Mhm.
Steele's out,
Cade's out.
Yeah, he'll be
But-
back.
They'll be back. I do want to go ahead and throw some props at Mason Miller. Painting the corners with consistent 101 to 104, just nails in game 1 and 2, especially in game 2. Game
Yeah.
2, Mason Miller was a monster, man.
Well, and you can take a look at. I mean, the Cubs were just swinging at everything, but if they didn't
Yeah.
swing, he was nailing it. I mean, it would be, it looks like on some of his sliders, it's not going to be within the zone, but I mean, he's just that fucking good. If they didn't swing or at least attempt, I mean, it was going to be strikeouts. He was unbelievable. But
I wonder. So I know he came in the league as a starting pitcher, and he's kind of worked better in relief. But I wonder if there's a role for him as either a long relief guy or people can stretch him to six innings. If you can get Mason Miller consistently at 6 innings, dude, I mean, that's the best pitcher in the league.
Well, okay, well, there might be an argument, but that may be a little bit of a stretch. I mean, he's He's really fucking good, but
Very good.
can he pitch for 7 innings? Can he
That's the
throw
thing.
more than 110
Yeah, if
pitches?
you consistently get, honestly, if you can consistently get
Not like his
85 to 100
mechanics
pitches
either.
out of
Like
him, yeah.
I think he's warned for that many pitches because it's not like he's just completely throwing out his shoulder like some pitchers were. I mean, the way they pitch, you're surprised their arm hasn't fallen off yet. His pitch is just straight line.
I'd love to see him start again. I'd love to see Mason Miller start again. I think if
bring him over to the
things go
Cubs.
right. Yeah. God, that'd be a nasty rotation.
Yeah.
Yankee Sox, that's always great to get a playoff series. Yankee Sox, that's fun. That was fun.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised with how terrible the Red Sox defense was
Yeah.
in that last game. I mean, that was awful. Either that or it was just an amazing hitting from the Yankees. I guess both things can be true, but
it almost made Game 3 non-competitive how bad they were defensively.
Yeah.
Speaking of defense, though, to bring it back to the Cubs, Dansby, Swanson.
Yeah, Swanson. Stud.
Gym after gym. And then Nico had that great leaping catch. PCA is obviously a monster in center field. Carson Kelly was great behind the dish. I really hope that
that's kind of been my guy this last half of the season. He's one of the best catchers. I mean, I put him in the top 10 for catchers.
Michael Busch,
obviously, he's not Cal Raleigh, but
he's
still a stud.
Oh yeah. If Michael Busch and Sayoc can stay hot and the rest of this offense can really get going, I mean, there's no reason we can't make a deep run. So
yeah. Well, you got to get past the divisional round if you want to see Cade Horton pitch big time games. I mean, he's made for it. He's been one of the best pitchers in the latter half of the season.
Yeah, I think he's been the best pitcher ERA wise in the second half. I mean, he's been insane.
Yeah, I saw a stat that he led all pitchers in ERA from the month of August to September. So
yeah, he had a sub-1 ERA in the second half of the season. I want to say.
I mean, he's kind of figured out the fastball a little bit, but I need to see him back to what we saw from him in Oklahoma in that College World Series game was just one of the most unbelievable pitching efforts I had ever seen from a pitcher.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to see that again. I think he's still trying to find his fastball. He needs to go to the slider. I mean, that's his best.
His slider's nasty, man. The fact that he can stay consistently in the 90s with that slider and it's got that break is insane. I
know he's still working on his seam.
And
then because when he was in AAA, he was working on his seam ball, and he was working a little bit on that whatchamacallit, not sinker or curve, but
split.
What's the other one? Yeah, he's working on his
split fastball.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I want to see from Cade, now obviously want him back, but as his career advances, the Cubs have been we've talked about this multiple times just personally between you and I. Cubs just need to take off the training wheels, man. I know they're super worried about his Tommy John and the elbow issues he's had and everything like that, but I mean, the fact that he needs to pitch consistently more than 5 innings. They keep blowing him. They kept pulling him after 60 to 75 pitches. I really want them to give him more run that's the only way he's going to truly develop as a full, ace starting pitcher, which he has the potential to be and has shown it multiple times this year. They just need to be able to give him more run, let him go later in the games.
Well, I wonder if they're confused on what he's going to be for this team. I'm sure they want him to be the future. Now, if they can figure out Kyle Tucker, which I don't know. I mean, have we heard anything about Kyle Tucker? Is he re-signing or
free agent?
Yeah. Hopefully you had some inside information that nobody else had. I was hoping that you would say something.
I've been trying. DMs.
Well, then we got to win it this year. I mean, Kyle Tucker. I believe if you make the NLCS, I think Kyle Tucker can come alive.
Oh yeah.
I know he's had that injury, but
yeah, he had the hand injury early or later in the season. He had the calf strain last month. He's kind of been working back from. So I know he went cold late in the season, but Kyle Tucker, he's made for playoff baseball. I mean, that's what he was best at with Houston. That's what he's here for. I have the utmost confidence that Kyle Tucker, the longer we're in the playoffs, Kyle Tucker is going to get going.
Yeah. Well, I think listen, the Cubs are are primed to make a deep run. Brewers are going to be extremely tough. I think if you beat the Brewers, there's no reason you couldn't beat the Dodgers. Or I mean Phillies, obviously.
Phillies or Dodgers. I completely.
I think the Phillies would be a tougher out than the Dodgers, personally.
Yeah.
With the way Schwarber's playing, and then obviously any of those guys can get hot, at any moment. So very excited.
Love playoff baseball.
Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to win today.
I've been listening to it on repeat. Everything on Twitter.
What do you? All right, so obviously I have a matchup that I'm honestly extremely interested in the American League. Tigers and Mariners. I think that series is going to be fucking awesome.
I think Tigers and Mariners.
Rally.
Yeah.
Like when those guys go up to pitch, which by the way, that their second game of that series is at 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally like right after the Bucks Seahawks game.
Sunday. Yeah. This is going to be. You said what?
The Tigers and the Mariners.
Yeah.
That second game on Sunday is right after the Bucks Seahawks. So
yeah,
they're gonna have to like rush out of the Seahawks stadium to get to the Mariners. That should be like a multi-ticket. Like you should be able to buy both tickets for the price of one.
100%. 100%. I don't think there's going to be much room in that stadium for any Seahawks fans to get over there, though, unless they got it beforehand.
I didn't get to watch the second game of the Dodgers Reds. Oh yeah, it wasn't close. Not even close.
Not competitive.
Not even close.
It was the only series that didn't go 3 in the wild card. It was just Dodgers.
Well, the Reds, I mean, they kind of stuck in. I think a lot of people expected the Reds to just get their shit kicked in. Yeah. So surprisingly, I thought they were going to be. I didn't think they were going to be a great team this year, but I thought they'd be a little bit better than what they were. But also, I mean, shout out to the Guardians. I mean, they were one of the worst teams in baseball to start, and then had the most incredible, like, end of August, September.
Did you see the? I think they brought it up in Game 2 of Yankees Sox. I was out to eat watching it, but did you see the chart of the Guardians like playoff chances just in the month of September? Spike, drop, spike, drop, spike, and then they just made it in.
Yeah, it looked like my heart rate watching an Oklahoma game.
Yeah, fucking tell me. But hey, tomorrow, man. Matthew Boyd versus Freddie Peralta.
Must win or can't lose?
I think you want to set the tone early. I think it's a must win.
You think it's must win?
With how up and down the Cubs offense has been, and more so down. I mean, they scored 6 runs in the wild card, and it was enough.
What'd you say the rotation was going to be? Who was going to start?
So Matthew Boyd for the Cubs, Freddie Peralta starting for the Brewers.
Okay. And then
I would assume that sets up to pitch game 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder what our rotation is going to look like game 1, because obviously you want to save Shota for game 2 since you're on the road.
Yeah, I think the Cubs are going to rely and that's what really worries me. I think the Cubs are going to have to rely, just based on where our starting rotation is, with Steele obviously being gone and Cade being out in this series for sure. I wonder if we're going to rely just as heavy on the bullpen in this series as we did in the wild card. It'd be tough if you want to go 5, but Cubs can win it in 3. It'd be great.
Yeah. Now, I know you hate celebrating and having fun, but what'd you think of the celebration after the series win?
I was on cloud 9. I loved it. Every second of it.
Good.
Every second of it.
All right, yeah, you're starting to come around. Good.
I am.
Yeah.
Turning the corner.
That was a lot of fucking beer that they had. Did you see the aftermath of the?
I did.
The locker room. Yeah,
I did.
I'm all for them. Okay. Yeah, I'm all for them celebrating. Just because it's baseball and it's a fucking grind. Like you play, 162 games. Let the boys Let them
Yeah,
celebrate.
and just like we talked about, the Cubs, it was their third playoff series win at Wrigley.
Yeah.
In the history of the Cubs. Celebrate. I saw someone on Twitter talking about it, and they were like, look, Chicago Cubs doesn't happen often. Enjoy every second of it. So no matter how far they advance, obviously want it to be to the World Series. And I think they got a shot. I think all 8 teams in the playoffs right now could arguably be World Series teams. I am really, really going to enjoy every pitch of the Cubs. I'm going to make the most out of it.
There's only one human on planet Earth that has more than one World Series win for the Chicago Cubs. Oh, it's just a photo of Jake Arrieta.
Love Jake Arrieta.
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
Also,
We'll continue to. I mean, it's playoff baseball. Cubs are in. We're going to talk about the Cubs and playoff baseball as it's going on. So,
and I'm glad we're done with ESPN. That
yeah,
broadcast was shit.
yeah.
I mean,
I know they did. Just stick with. Okay. So, so now that ESPN is done, who's going to be on the broadcast? Is it
Well, so we're on TBS.
Yeah,
but it's TBS and Fox. TBS has the National League. Fox has
that's
the
who it is. I was
American.
thinking. It's Fox is the other one.
Yep. Do you know if Buck is still doing Fox baseball games?
No.
Why did they have him calling ESPN games? Or did he?
He hasn't been doing Fox baseball games since like 2019. I'm pretty sure.
Buck's made for baseball.
Dude, I know. Like, I go back and watch the 2016, 2017 World Series with the Cubs, and
highlight of my life.
That was probably his best game as an announcer and a broadcaster. So that, or just like the Cubs, like when they won the pennant, and then when they won the World Series, he did an excellent job.
He did.
But I like the new guy. I can't think of his name.
I don't know. I hated
I don't know.
Jessica Mendoza is great. I love Jessica Mendoza. I mean, obviously she does the College World Series, the Women's College World Series, and stuff like that. She's great. The dude that they had, the other color guy that they had opposite of her was dog shit. But you see the clip of him shitting on hockey? Did you see that? They the dude, I'll send it to you. The analyst for or the main guy, the play-by-play guy that was calling it for Cubs for the Cubs games was doing the ESPN like thing where he's announcing, Blackhawks, Panthers, talking about, the Panthers are gonna, if they're gonna do it or whatever, if they're gonna repeat. And color guy was like, honestly, don't even care, not even gonna watch it. It's like, bro, come on now.
He's not a puck boy.
He's not a puck boy, and I'm not a true puck boy either. But hockey gets me excited from time to time. I'm trying to really get into it. So, any other thoughts on playoff baseball?
No. I mean, we'll talk about it on Monday or whenever we record again. So
probably Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching the games. I'm interested in the Phillies Dodgers as much as I am.
It's gonna be a great series.
To be honest, I don't really know if I care about Yankees Blue Jays. I think Yankees. Well, I mean,
Blue Jays been a great team all year.
Yeah,
they can get hot.
They've been good, but I feel like this is another year where the Yankees make the World Series and they lose it again, because that would just be hilarious. And if it was the Cubs to do it, I'd love every second of it. But college football.
College football. Here we go. So, biggest game. You want to go ahead and start with the game of the week in college football?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the slate for college football, not too great this weekend.
No.
I mean, there's no games really get me going. I mean, there's a couple of them. Obviously, the one that we're about to talk about, you can go ahead and lead it off.
Yeah, so the biggest game of the week, obviously Florida State's coming off of the upset to Virginia, which fantastic game. ESPN Classic. That was a great game. Chandler Morris versus Castellanos going into overtime. Deuce Robinson with the pseudo catch drop there at the end in overtime. But it's in Tallahassee, right?
Yeah.
So Miami's going to Tallahassee. It is college game day. Number 3 Miami versus number 18 Florida State. Miami's getting 4.5. And honestly, I really like that number.
What's the over-under?
54.5 as of right now on ESPN.
They're getting 4.5?
Yeah, Miami's getting 4.5.
Last time I checked, it was 3.5, so I guess it's
got some money. But
what would you say the over-under was?
54.5.
I don't know why I didn't have this written down. Anyways, go ahead.
So really the main story for me is the line of scrimmage.
Oh, for you, not the there's no just storyline at all, like just regularly.
I mean, not that I'm fully aware. I think the storyline is it's Miami FSU and they're back ? So
These teams don't like each other.
They don't. But for me, it's look, Miami's been absolutely dominant on both sides of the line, offensive and defensive line. They've been insane. Miami, Texas, and OU. I think we've talked about it multiple times. Are probably the three best defensive lines of college football right now. You can make a case for either. Yeah, you can make a case for either one of the three. I think that's where it's going to start and finish. If Miami's going to out physical Florida State on the offensive line, I don't think it's relatively close. I think Miami can really dominate. Carson Beck's been pretty good this year. Miami's been really, really good offensively. They've already played some very good teams like Notre Dame, and so Miami's got a shot to really pull away and cement themselves. I think if Miami wins by 2 to 3 scores, Miami's the number one team in the country. And I already think Miami's the best team.
Oh yeah,
I already think they're the best team in the country. That's where my head's been the last couple of weeks. But I think they'd really cement themselves as the number one team in the country with a dominant win over Florida State. But don't count out the Noles, man. I know obviously everyone's like, oh, well, they just lost, coming off that loss. But at home, it's tough to play in Doak Campbell. It's an electric atmosphere. It's so great. I mean, just look at what they did to Alabama in week 1. It's not an easy place to play. Castellanos is a dude. He's an absolute gamer. And if he really gets going and the QB run game really gets going, it's going to be tough. Deuce Robinson's still been playing well. But, I mean, I think Miami's just going to out physical Florida State up front. I think Miami's probably going to win 7.
Okay. It does feel like one of those games where Miami, like you said, they'll submit themselves as probably the best team in college football if they win by more than 2 scores, like you had mentioned. There's a weird thing about college football where trends exist. So, there's a trend with Kirby Smart having an Alabama problem. The trend of, I don't know, you've been watching college football long enough now. We all kind of know some of the,
Lincoln Riley's defense shutting down their leg.
Yeah, there's some individual outliers. I can't get the thought out of my head of Mario Cristobal since he became a head coach in his tenure. He always has one of those stinkers or a letdown game. Or he has and he's fixed this. I'll give him props because this year he's been a lot better about it. I don't know if he hired somebody to help him, but game management situations.
Yeah.
Obviously, we remember the infamous one a couple years ago.
Georgia Tech.
Was it good? Yeah. He has one of those games every year though where and it's not like it would be a disaster for Miami if they lose this game. I think Florida State's still a good team. You're never as good as you look, you're never as bad as you look, and I don't think that really that's the case for this game because I think both of these teams are actually really good. I know Florida State's defense struggled against Virginia on the road, but it's one of those weird phenomena where no matter how hard you coach or no matter how much of an emphasis you make, sometimes teams don't get up for Virginia like they do against Alabama. So they know this is going to be Miami's like the number 3 team in the country.
Yep.
So Florida State's well aware of that. We're going to hear the war chant probably every 5 seconds. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like Florida State in this one. At least I like that 4.5. I think, they're going to put up a fight. I don't know if I believe it's going to be a stinker from Florida State. It very well could be. I don't know. Also, we just need to know what Carson Beck we're going to get to.
Correct. That's one of the biggest outliers, I think, is Carson Beck, for as great as his record's been and everything, and as good as he was and as decent as he was most of the time with Georgia. You saw it especially as of late, in the biggest games of the year. He didn't perform up to his best. He did that Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik thing where the big moments are too big for him. You know what I mean? And
I wouldn't say they're too big for him. I think he's performed well in big games.
I think he's done well, but he hasn't been what people expected Carson Beck to be, which is probably just like the Arch Manning thing. It's probably way too high of expectations for him. But the reality is, a college football where we're at now, making a
They
lot of
played some
fucking
good
money.
teams. You know,
Yeah,
he looked good against Notre Dame. I know he didn't look great against Florida, but Florida has a good defense.
very good defense.
I think he's kind of played to the expectations I've had for him. Like I don't think he's underperformed in any way because the expectations for him going into Miami was, well, he was so bad at Georgia last year. You know, he's going to go into a good offense that, you know, helped Cam Ward become the number 1 overall pick. But I just didn't know really what we were going to get from Carson Beck considering what happened last year. I think he's played better than what I expected him to.
100%. I think
Except
he's
for the
been
Florida
great
game.
this year. It's just that, like, that's his history, right? Is to not be the best in the biggest moments. And so that's what I worry about, and that's what sits in the back of my mind. But there's no doubt he's been a much better quarterback this year, I think, than he has been at all in his career. This is his best year, I think, just performance-wise. Maybe not the numbers or anything like that, but I think just from his presence in the eye test that we talk about so often, I think it's been his best year so far.
You know what I would love for this game?
What's that?
Listen, it's Miami, Florida State. When you think of Miami, Florida State, you look back in the timeless rivalry that has been the Hurricanes versus the Noles. Why don't we just go back to 1985 or the 90s and let's see a fight? I kind of want to see a fight break out.
Would love.
And you know what? I think the coaches should do it. I think they should set the tone early.
Norvell and Cristobal.
Yeah, they should just get in midfield on the logo and just hash it out.
Hockey style.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the refs should let the guys fight.
I agree.
It's kind of like in hockey.
Penalty box.
Yeah, listen, in hockey, it's kind of the if you don't fight, like, you should. If you don't fight, both teams should lose. Like that's how I always thought in hockey. Like there's got to be at least one fight. So whenever there isn't a fight, it just come on, it's hockey. But in this game, I'd like to see some wrestling.
It'd be awesome. I think we'll get some. I think it's going to get chippy. I think it really will.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will too, just because Florida State looked like one of the best teams in the country, and then to let their fans down against Virginia, it's probably going to be a little bit of an edge. They have a chip on their shoulder, so I can see it getting chippy. But
so what's your official prediction?
I like, and I know Miami's defense is really good, but I like the over in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I like 54.5. I'm feeling overs this week. I like a lot of the overs, except there's one game that I like the under. But I don't know if we're going to talk about it on our big board. So whenever we go through some of the other games in the Power 4 conferences, I'll let you know which under it is.
I got you. So you think Florida State covers? You think Florida State wins?
Oh, you want to? Okay. I'm going to take for game prediction. It's only week 5, or it's week 6, so it's hard for me to know. That's what's tough about this one, because I don't know what Miami we're going to get. Yeah. Like Miami's the best, arguably like one of the best teams in the country. You could put them up there with Ohio State based on how they played thus far, but I don't know. I like the points with Florida State. Got beat by Virginia on the road. Like, they're going to be playing with a sense of urgency.
Okay.
So I'm going to take them to cover.
All right. I like it.
I just think Florida State, like, I'm not selling my stock.
No, I'm not either. I think Miami, and I'm simply taking Miami by a touchdown just because I think Miami is just.
What do you think, like 27-20 or like 31-27? Or no, you said by a touchdown, so.
Yeah, by a touchdown.
31-24?
I don't know, because the biggest outlier we talked about. I don't know.
I trust Castellanos. I trust
Castellanos as well. I don't know exactly what we're going to get from Florida State's defense, and I don't know what Carson Beck we're going to get. So I could easily see this being a 24-17. I could see it being 38-31.
I think Florida State's defense is going to have a bounce back.
Okay, and I think Castellanos is in that offense is definitely good enough to get Florida State 31 in this game.
Is it Castellanos or Castellanos?
I've always said Castellanos.
Good.
But
Well, that's
I think of
everybody.
Nick Castellanos, though. So.
Yeah. You think of Nick and Jose
Mhm.
Castellanos, but I think they call him, I think his last name is Castellanos. Who fucking cares?
Who cares? He's a
Yeah.
damn good quarterback.
Yeah.
It's just like Bijan, Tyrod Taylor. Who gives a shit? Go out there and perform. I'll learn your name if you go out there and beat Miami. I'll say it right. But
I like Florida State to cover. I like the over, though. I'm taking the over in this
that's your
one.
real prediction. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it needs to be an over. Like, there needs to be, and like, I think it's gonna be one of those overs where the defenses still play well. Like, there'll be takeaways on both teams. I like fumble recovery too. I think Florida State will get a strip sack, fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it.
But I agree with you on Miami winning. But
Yeah.
I just think it'll be like a 3-point game or a 2-point game.
Okay.
Official prediction will be I'm going to take Miami 38-36.
38-36. All right. I like it. I like it. Moving on. The other, I guess, really the second biggest game of the weekend. Bama's out for revenge against Vandy.
For Virgins.
For Virgins. They are out for Virgins. They're playing BYU. No. Speaking of BYU, they're beating.
I told you, man.
They're 21-10 on West Virginia right now. So
a lot of people were down on BYU, but I like their coach. And I like
Barry Bachmeier's a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
But so Alabama's getting 11.5 at home against Vandy.
We give that to Zach Wilson. He was the BYU quarterback that was a motherfucker.
You're right. Quite literally. 56.5 is the over in this one. I'm telling you right now, I like the over in this game.
Yeah.
56.5. I love the over. I think Vanderbilt and Brent Key's offense is going to put up numbers, and I think Ty Simpson and Alabama's can do the same thing.
As far as I don't know, the over is kind of tough in this one because I think Bama's defense has gotten better. Mm-hmm. I think they're playing much better. So
they've definitely gotten better, but I trust Pavia to do Diego Pavia put up numbers. I really think I really like the over. It is.
And Bama's probably got that game circled on their.
They do. I heard from a couple different reports. I heard that after the Georgia win, Bama celebrated it. They gave it 15, 20 minutes in the locker room, and then immediately they were focused on Vandy. And like Bama's out for revenge. I think they felt that they were disrespected and killed.
Imagine being Georgia right now. Like Bama was thinking about Vandy over that game.
Yeah, no, that's the crazy thing.
It'd be funny if Kalen DeBoer came out and was like, like during the post game interview, and they were all like, I wasn't even thinking about Georgia.
I wouldn't have even put it past them. As bad as embarrassed as they had to have felt losing to Vandy last year, I wouldn't put it past Alabama to be solely focused on Vandy.
What's the old meme where it's like, I hate it so much. It's like I don't even.
Oh shit. You still there?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
My Wi-Fi a little bit. I had to open up.
You're good. All right. What was the meme? What were we saying?
Oh no. Well, I think you were talking. You were saying that as embarrassing as the loss was to Vandy last year, and then it just cut out after that.
Yeah, no, that's I've got the full faith in Bama. Like, I think the over is going to hit. It's going to be tough, but I'll be sweating it all day. But the over at 56.5, I do like it. But I think Alabama's got this game so circled and dialed in. I don't see a world. I mean, I could see it. It's conceivable. It could definitely happen. And if it does happen, I mean, Vanderbilt would immediately become the number one story in college football, beating Bama back-to-back years. But I just don't think – I can't see Bama
If they
losing.
beat Bama, we're not even talking about, the embarrassment for Alabama to lose 2 years in a row. I think we're talking about Vanderbilt being a serious threat for in the SEC, or at least in that division, because it's who would even be close to Georgia other than Vandy.
Well, I don't think it's not – I don't think they have divisions anymore. It's just the two best teams.
Oh, that's right. There's no –
yeah, it's just the two best teams.
I forgot they got rid of that.
But Vandy has a gauntlet of a schedule.
Yeah.
Like, they have Bama, and then they play –
LSU
and Missouri
Vandy doesn't have a gauntlet of a schedule. The other teams have a gauntlet having to face Vandy.
Very true. That is very true. But they
got
their next four is Bama, LSU, Mizzou, Texas, and then they have Auburn, Kentucky, and they finish it in Knoxville.
So after Bama, do they get a bye?
I think they get a bye after Bama.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so they get a bye after Bama, and they'll have 2 weeks for LSU.
Dude, the bye comes at a pretty good time because if you beat Bama, you got plenty of time to game plan against LSU.
Mm-hmm.
LSU's got issues on offense. I don't know, man. I think their toughest game. Oh, yeah, their schedule is a gauntlet. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about this game? So, what are the vibes? What are you feeling?
I'm like I said, I'm really feeling I think we're gonna get a shootout. I think Pavia is gonna do some shit that.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah, you're good. I think Pavia is gonna do some shit that makes you wish that he was really fighting for that 28th year of college football. And I mean, he's their leading passer. He's their leading rusher. He's the leading passer for both teams. He's the leading rusher between both teams. So he's going to put up numbers, and Vanderbilt's going to put up a hell of a fight. Bama's getting 11.5. The vibe is that Bama wins, but I think it's like a 4 to 7 point game. Like, I could totally see this being 34-30.
So you've got Alabama avenging their loss from last.
Yes, 1,000%. I don't see Bama losing to Vanderbilt twice in a row. If they do, no matter how many times you beat Georgia, Kalen DeBoer's head will be on wanted signs everywhere in the state of Alabama, except maybe Auburn. I think
Bama would be. I mean, considering what we've seen from Auburn this season, I think it's. You can go ahead and chalk that game up as a win for Bama.
No, I think you can as well. I just think that everyone in Alabama is going to want Kalen DeBoer dead, except for the folks in Auburn, because everyone in Auburn, Alabama is going to be laughing their ass off. But if Vandy wins and Bama's 3-2,
we're playing some narratives now. What's the narrative?
You said what?
I said we're doing narratives now. What's the narrative if Bama does drop this game? Well, all right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having to fix my Wi-Fi, but
you're good.
If Bama wins this game, and let's say it's 23-21, they barely pull away with the win, maybe they get game from the field goal. What are we thinking?
If they hit the game-winning field goal, I think. Now I don't know how other Bama fans are going to think about it, but I think the rest of the country is going to be like, well, the SEC is a much deeper conference than everyone initially thought.
It's hard to win in the SEC.
It's very hard to win in the SEC. But I think there's going to be some specific parts in Tuscaloosa that are going to want Kalen DeBoer dead because they just can't fathom these fights.
Have you seen the lady when they were interviewing
for the Powerball?
Yeah.
Yeah. She will probably be on Kalen's doorstep. The people in Tuscaloosa are going to want him dead. I mean, if they don't cover, they might want him dead. But that's just because they can't fathom the fact that Vanderbilt's a good program right now. But I think I would.
Well, I don't think they think anything other than Bama.
National championship. Yeah, no, exactly. But I just think that I think Bama's going to win. I think Vanderbilt's going to cover. and I think the narrative should be
What
it's tough
now?
in the SEC.
What is your analysis behind that? Like, do you believe just because Bama's just the better, like they got more talent? Like, what's the?
I think it's a little bit of the talent thing, but I think it's a chip on their shoulder. I truly think that Alabama is like the
It's
the old,
hard to
like
think because we just don't know Kalen DeBoer's mindset compared to Nick Saban, where it didn't
correct.
matter if you were playing the Citadel. He's making
Well, I
you
mean, there's
run.
that clip of Saban when they're up 30 in the national title game, chewing out his his guys on defense. Like it's just a totally different vibe. But like I think that Alabama is just going to out talent them, and I think the chip on their shoulder is going to be there, and I think it's going to be just a little bit too much advantage. But it's going to be a close game. I think it'll 100% be a close game. I see this as anything less than a touchdown.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I still think Bama loses like 2 more games this season.
Well, yeah, they're going to lose to OU. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'll cut that. But no, I mean, I think it's very realistic that the SEC champion has 2 or 3 losses.
Yeah.
The SEC is deep as hell this year. I mean, if you just look,
I don't think 2 more losses, like in my opinion, hurts Kalen DeBoer's. Like I know it's Bama, but he's still a good coach. Like
I completely agree.
They could have rolled over and died after that Florida State loss, but he's making them tuck in their shirts now and actually go to meetings.
Bama's schedule. Yeah, I did. They have Vandy, Missouri. They're Vandy, then they're at Missouri, Tennessee, at South Carolina. They have 3 straight home games: LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and then they finish the season at Auburn. It's very realistic that Alabama could win this game, be sitting at 4-1, and drop, either Tennessee and LSU or Tennessee and Oklahoma, LSU, Oklahoma.
You said they finished the season in Jordan-Hare, or
in Jordan-Hare.
It was played in Tuscaloosa last year, right?
Yes, they finished the season at Auburn. But I mean, the SEC though, you're right on the Kalen DeBoer thing. Like he's a great coach, and there's no reason that even if they lose this game, that his head should be on a stick, or should be wanted. But I just think that.
Hold on. Let me flip my camera real quick.
Very good.
So you can see.
Excellent podcasting.
Yeah, let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, I saw that. Insane to think about.
Yeah.
Insane to consider. But so here, I want to do a little. I got a question for you. I'm gonna name the SEC standings right now, and I want you to tell me stop when I name a team that you think can't win the SEC. Okay.
Let me pull up the standings real quick in the SEC. Stats, futures, standings. All right, go.
Ole Miss, Missouri, Vanderbilt.
Well, what was the question again? One more time.
I'm going to just name the teams in the order of the standings. I want you to stop me when I name a team that can't, in your mind, realistically cannot win the SEC this year.
So you want me to stop whenever you name a team that I think has no chance to win the SEC?
Correct. Because I just want to make a point of how deep the SEC is this year. And obviously, the SEC is very deep, but and this is the reason why I don't think people should want Kalen DeBoer dead if they lose this game. I think it's asinine. But
go ahead.
Ole Miss, Missouri.
Stop.
You don't think Missouri can do it?
Fuck Missouri.
I agree. Vanderbilt.
Stop.
Oklahoma. Texas A&M.
Stop.
You don't think Texas A&M can do it? Okay. Alabama. Go ahead on your Texas A&M thing.
So you said Missouri, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. I told you to stop on those 3. So I told you to stop on Missouri.
Yeah. So you don't think Missouri can do it? Because here's where I stop.
Not that I don't think they could do it. I really don't want to see Drinkowitz win a SEC.
Well, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Drinkowitz ever.
Well, they got Bama, so next weekend Bama goes to Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it being like last year when Missouri had a super easy schedule, and then they just got their shit rocked on the road. I know different team, better quarterback, and really fucking good running back. But actually, I don't really know much about Missouri's defense. I just remember like Kansas.
They haven't
Was
played
looking at them.
anybody. Well, I mean, they played Kansas, and then they played.
Yeah, they bowed up in the second half. They look good in the second half versus Kansas.
They did. But so here's where I stop.
I'm going to give you the teams that I think can win the SEC.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Okay.
Crazy to say that considering their roster is nowhere near as good as it was last year. I just think they have a better quarterback. No offense to Jackson Dart, but Chambliss just runs that offense better. Yeah, that Ole Miss team they probably had the best roster in the SEC. So, but Ole Miss,
Okay.
Georgia,
Okay.
Oklahoma,
Okay.
Alabama,
Okay.
and Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to get out of Arch Manning, but if he improves, I can see Texas finally.
Defense is just so good.
Yeah. It's because their defense is so fucking good. And you can make an argument that they're the most talented roster in the SEC.
Agreed.
If Arch Manning, if he starts playing better, hopefully that's after Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They'll have 2 losses on the season, though, at that point. I think they'll beat Florida.
Yeah, they should beat Florida.
Game. I think realistically, those are the teams that can win the SEC. And teams that are like on the fringe, like they're, a couple of elite players on offense and defense. South Carolina and LSU, but Nussmeier, unfortunately, is playing the way that he is. LSU is our favorite to win the SEC.
Yeah.
But
so I'm going to name the teams that I think can win. Obviously, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama. I think Texas A&M can do it. Georgia, Tennessee, Texas.
All right, you got 7.
I got 7. Now, teams that I could see making it to the SEC championship game with Missouri's schedule, I could see Missouri doing it. But I mean, realistically, that's 7 to 8 teams that you can make an argument for playing in Atlanta or winning the SEC title game in Atlanta this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. You said Missouri and who else? South Carolina as the 2 teams that could make it?
Missouri and Vanderbilt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. After I saw Vanderbilt's schedule,
I don't think they will, but I think it's realistic. I mean, if they win,
you trust Pavia? I trust their coach too.
I trust Brent Pry and I trust Pavia.
Is it Brent Pry?
Or is it Brent Key?
No, not Brent Key. It's Lee, isn't it? Chris Lee?
Yeah, Clark Lee.
Yeah, Clark Lee.
Who's Brent? That's Georgia Tech. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sleeper in the ACC. Not even a sleeper anymore. Great team in the ACC. But
by the way, loopy episode. We're recording super late, so
yeah, very, very,
very loopy.
But so, what's your official thought, by the way, on this game in Alabama and Vandy? How do you see it playing out?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I like, from what I've seen from Bama since the Florida State loss, I think unfortunately, they are the demon that has risen from the ashes and imposing their will and just terrorizing the rest of the teams they play. I agree with you. I like Bama to win it. I don't know if they're going to cover just because you never know what you're going to get out of Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
So we need to actually figure this out. Have his brothers been arrested again? Like, is there any news on?
I don't think so.
I think his brothers need to get arrested before the game to kind of set the tone.
I think so.
Shout out BYU. Damn. They are.
What's the score now?
28-10 halftime.
Damn.
What is
Hey, San Diego State's kicking the shit out of Colorado State. Who would have thought that?
Yeah. I do like the Yeah, I do like Vanderbilt to cover that 11. You said it was 11.5?
11.5.
Okay. What are you using? Because I'm using probably something different from you.
I'm
I
just
want to
looking
make
at
sure.
ESPN.
ESPN?
ESPN bet. Yeah,
All right. I'll start using that so we can be on the same page.
that works. What do you usually look at? Like FanDuel or?
I usually just look at DraftKings.
Okay, that works. Yeah, I get that.
Last big
But
game, and then we'll go into
yeah.
some good
So
ones.
last big game, Iowa State Cincy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It opened Cincy at 1.5. Now it's in Cincinnati. Number 14, 5-0 Iowa State's traveling to 3-1 Cincinnati. It opened Cincinnati -1.5. The line has moved to Iowa State -1.5. So it's essentially a pick 'em. Totals 55.5. The over under is 55.5. Now, I put money on this game, but I did it early enough in the week when Iowa State was still the dog. So I think I'm going to play that one out pretty well. Cincinnati's been a damn good team. Now they lost to Nebraska in a close game early, and then they have a dude at quarterback, and then they
Dude,
beat Kansas last week.
Sorsby is really good.
He is
Yeah.
good.
Shout out Sorsby, Denton, Texas.
What is he? So he's 74 for 107, 1,043 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's only been sacked once. Brennan Sorsby's fantastic.
Does he lead the Big 12 in like just overall passing efficiency or anything? Or like
Probably in
quarterback?
efficiency. I would think in efficiency, yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up.
There it goes.
I could fucking spell.
This
I
is
wonder if you could
fantastic podcasting.
Fantastic.
He is Brendan Sorsby ranks among the top quarterbacks in the Big 12, currently holding the 6th best national, or he holds the 6th best QBR in the nation, and he is second in the Big 12 for QBR.
Behind who? What does it say?
No, it doesn't say on here. Who is...
Probably Story Robinson, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Passing efficiency.
Probably Sawyer.
I'm looking at
Nope. The top
Jalen Daniels
in the Big 12 for the upcoming. Oh, never mind. This is preseason.
So I have NCAA.com pulled up. Passing efficiency stats right now in the Big 12. Jalen Daniels is number 1.
Well, in QBR, it's Sorsby.
Yeah, QBR is Sorsby, but passing efficiency is Jalen Daniels, Baron Morton, and then Sorsby. Wow, Jalen Daniels with a 188.83 passing efficiency rating. That's crazy.
Now, that being said, I know Sorsby has been the, one of the best quarterbacks in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Dude, Rocco Beck, I mean, still not getting the respect he deserves, dude.
Yeah, no, he's been good this year, man. I mean, he's 1,003 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's been good, and they've played good competition. Well, depending on what you think of Kansas State, but they've played primarily pretty decent competition.
Damn.
Wow, John Mateer's 50th in passing efficiency in the country. That's crazy.
Well, yeah,
behind Kansas State quarterback Drew DeShields.
Yeah,
for what it's worth.
Okay, this is in Cincy, right?
This is in Cincy. In Nippert Stadium. Good old Nippert Stadium.
I kind of like Cincinnati to win this game.
Do you?
Yeah. And I know Iowa State's really fucking good, and, like, they're probably going to win the Big 12.
I still think Texas Tech.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just throwing it out there that, it'll probably be between Iowa State and unless Utah just makes a crazy run and you do get a loss from Iowa State, which I think if they're going to lose, I think this could be the letdown game for Iowa State.
Yeah, because they got Cincy, then they go to Colorado, and then it's BYU, Arizona State, at TCU.
I'll be right back.
Finish at Oklahoma State. Okay. I think this will be. I mean, Iowa State this season has really made a really they've played all their games. I mean, fairly close, and they haven't really blown anybody out. They've been playing close games. I mean, Arizona State was their blowout, and then South Dakota, obviously. But I mean, uh, 24-21 in Ireland against K State, 16-13 against Iowa at home, and then on the road, which is still weird in Earlsboro against Arkansas State, 24-16 in a pretty close fight. So I would expect this one to be closer. I would probably I would take Iowa State to cover 1.5. I think they win by more than a single point. But I mean, you could argue I don't think the over hits at 55.5. I would probably lean the under. But I mean, you could make a realistic argument that Iowa State's finishing this with a walk-off field goal, win it by 2 or 3. Or you could tell me Iowa State's going to come in and win by 17. I mean, I could sit anywhere between. But I do still think Cincinnati's a damn good team. And with a quarterback like Sorsby, I think you have a shot in every game. I mean, Cincinnati's schedule of Iowa State, and really that's the toughest game left outside of BYU. I mean, they have Iowa State. They're at home for UCF. They go to Stillwater to play Oklahoma State, play Sawyer Robertson and Baylor. They go to Utah, and then they have Arizona at home for BYU, which I think again is their next toughest game, and then they go to Fort Worth to play TCU. So, I mean, Cincinnati realistically could be a 1 to 2 loss team fighting for a spot in the Big 12 title game come December. And I think with the quarterback, like I said, that they have, their offense has been fairly potent. Now, Sorsby leads them in rushing as well as obviously passing. They do have Tawi Walker. Shout out Tawi. But they're not a super efficient team on the ground. They run it for about 6 yards per carry, but that's kind of bumped up by a couple, outstanding guys like Evan Pryor's averaging 8.3, Manny Covey, 8.8 on the ground. Brady Lichtenberg has a 121-yard carry, so it's kind of fluffed a little bit. But I mean, they still are a fairly efficient football team running the ball. So I mean, you could argue Cincinnati winning this game. I think Iowa State gets it done.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good. By the way, yeah, shout out to Tawi Walker. I'm surprised he's still playing college football.
I know,
but
got a baby to feed, man.
Yeah, you kind of talked me into Iowa State, so
yeah,
yeah,
I did my job. I think the Cyclones get it done. Oklahoma obviously has Kent State this weekend. I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about. The John Mateer thing is still looming over the football team right now. OU's favored 45.5.
What about the Chipotle guy?
The Chipotle guy, the tortilla presser. You take it for what you will. I would lean right now.
Well, for those that don't know, you want to talk about how that came about?
So on TexAgs, on the Texas Aggies or Texas A&M Aggies on 3 website, TexAgs, a Texas A&M alum who supposedly has a son living in Norman working at Chipotle ran into John Mateer, or more accurately, John Mateer came into Chipotle and was ordering some food, and his son, who was a current student at OU, was talking to him and was the tortilla presser, and pretty much asked John Mateer straight up, "How are you going to be playing in the Texas game?" And John said yes. And then everyone's like, haha, super funny. It is what it is. And then a couple days later, the picture came out with the supposed tortilla presser with John Mateer and the Chipotle. So obviously there's a photo going around of him with the Band-Aid on. So signs are all pointing to John Mateer playing against Texas. That's definitely what I would bet, just because of who he is as a gamer and how big that game is. But like I said, it's Kent State. As much as I love my Golden Flashes, and even with Michael Hawkins playing, this game's not going to be close. It's not going to be competitive. And then we were talking about it before we got started.
How big does Oklahoma have to win to have confidence in Michael Hawkins in case he does have to play Texas?
Like 56-3. Well, I don't even think it's a numbers thing. I think it's the rhythm of the offense. You know, getting checks in, making sure that they're playing on time, making sure that it's flowing. It's more so what I'm going to be looking for. That's exactly what this game is.
Dude, I
And I
need
also want
Jade
to see
not
what.
to play. Like, I want
Yeah.
to see him run the
Yes.
fucking ball at this
That's
point. Like,
exactly
I
what I was
know,
getting at. Yep.
I get it. I like DeMarco Murray's philosophy. Like, you better practice hard. You better learn to pass protect. But just hand him the fucking rock. Like,
Let them get going.
this
If the
offensive
injury
line needs
thing
to.
if the injury thing's been a concern, let him run the ball, let him get hit a few times, let him know that he's good to take some shots because Kent State's going to bring everything they have. This is their Super Bowl. If they beat Oklahoma, which won't happen, Kent State is.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's not going to happen. But it's the biggest story of the weekend, no matter what else happens. Like Kent State beat Oklahoma, you know what I mean? And so like they're going to give it everything they have, because they're a football team and that's what you do as a team, but this is a game for OU to work out some kinks, find some find some run concepts that they feel really comfortable with, get Michael Hawkins comfortable, throw the ball a little bit. Giovanni Gibson's back, Eli Bowen's back. Just
Jontas Lewis will
play
be. He won't be limited like he was against Auburn. Right?
correct. He shouldn't be. I mean, we don't get an injury report or anything like that because it's not an SEC game. But I
Well,
mean,
the biggest thing is like the offensive line should be a little bit healthier. I think
yes.
Michaela and Fabechi having those scares that they had against Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
three.
Fasusi to stay healthy.
He
Honestly, I
doesn't.
wouldn't even play Fasusi.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
He
play him.
he was so good against Michigan in his start. I think he'll be just fine if we sit him and he goes up against Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
His
But
athleticism, like he can recover from a bad block,
mhm.
Like
But the thing is, and I agree with you with the Jay Knott thing. I just want to see this run game. I mean, Xavier Robinson has had great patience and has ran the ball well. Torrey Blaylock's played well. Javante doesn't need to run the ball. Bring him in just as a third down back to pass protect. As much as I love Javante,
yeah,
that's
but the
what
only
he
problem
is.
with that is like teams are gonna know, like you kind of have to let him run the ball
You
because
do. But I mean, he's
he's your best pass protector as a running
by
back.
far
So like if you throw him out there and if you
just
don't
pass.
hand him the rock, like they're
Yeah.
gonna know it's pass. So
Yeah, and Ben Arbuckle's not that stupid. I mean, they know. I mean, but I just think that this is a game for OU to figure out some concepts that they feel comfortable with running the ball, get some guys that have been banged up, get them in the rhythm of the team, offensively and defensively.
I
Do what
know
Michael Hawkins can do and run the fuck out of the ball with Jaden Knott.
I know Arbuckle's a big fan of like, you know, I mean he likes gap scheme runs.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want to like solidify this offensive line and get them ready for tougher competition, they need to run some inside zone. I know
Yeah.
inside zone has kind of been the Achilles heel of the run game, but like that's what Javante Barnes is like a one cut running
Yes.
back. Like he can break big yardage if you can open up holes and inside zone concepts. So and then Jade Knott, like you just
Get him
I
the ball
get
in
it.
space.
I get it. Money doesn't matter. Like you can pay a player a bunch of money if he's not performing to the level of the expectation, then don't play him. But listen, I don't really know much about Jaden Knott. I didn't watch too many Cal games when he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's saying that he's explosive and a good running back. I want to see it. Like I want to see him run the ball. I want to see what it looks like.
I agree. I 100%
So,
agree.
and I get it. Like you also, there's a fine line that you can't cross with the other players that, Blaylock and Barnes who've been practicing their asses off. Like you don't want to throw Jay Knott out there where it's like, hey, what's this guy done? Like, look at what we've done for you in practice. But listen, you paid him a bunch of money. And I know I'm in the minority here. Everybody else is like, well, it doesn't matter. You play the best players. And I normally agree with that. I was a big proponent of that last season where it's like whoever's the better player, put them on the field. I don't give a shit if you – but this is the opposite this time. Like I want to see Jay not run the ball. I want to know what he's got and if he could be a weapon against like Texas and the rest of the SEC schedule that we play. Just learn to fucking block, dude, so you can get on the field, please.
Completely agree. Completely agree. You got any other thoughts on this game, though?
What would be a stat line that you expect or want to see realistically from Michael Hawkins?
for Michael Hawkins. I think somewhere in the neighborhood 18
Pass
to
and
20.
rush.
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood passing wise. 18 to 26 attempts throwing the ball.
18 of 26 or 18 to 26 pass attempts?
18 to 26 pass attempts, somewhere around there. It's not going to be a lot, but I think they need to get the offense established a little bit, throwing the ball. I think I would anticipate 7 to 8 targets to Giovanni Gibson just to get him flowing within the rhythm of the offense, get him going.
Well, he's also your best receiver. Like, in my opinion, like it's him and then Deion Burks would be
for sure.
probably number 2. But Giovanni is like the he's like the Jamar Chase, where it's like, yeah, that's the guy.
You see him step off the bus, and you're like, yeah.
His film, his film at Arkansas Pine Bluff told me everything I needed to know.
Jumps off the film.
Where a lot of people are probably a lot more excited about some of the SEC, like getting Satania and Deion Burks. Listen, Giovanni Gibson, I'm telling you, he's going to be unbelievable. And I had that impression when he very first transferred, and a lot of people are starting to see his talent. So I can't wait to watch him play, dude.
Yeah, he was big in spring camp. He was huge in spring ball.
I'm excited. I'm telling you, he runs. There are times whenever he's running, like he'll outside release on an inside slant, and the corner that he goes up against, at least like multiple corners last season, just had them
lost
on skates.
Yeah. Then in terms of Mike running the ball, 8 to 12 carries, 40 to 60 yards, nothing super crazy. You don't want him to get hurt.
I need to see him break off like a 67-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, I would love to see him take like QB draw or like a read option or something like that. Just take it to the house. It'll be fun. Or even scramble.
QB zone. Let him
QB zone. Yeah. I mean, we're great with QB zone and power. So, let him get some of those.
Well, he's got a big advantage this season compared to last season because last season he had a broken offense and Jackson Arnold didn't even really know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mateer knows this offense like the back of his dick. So he's gonna teach Hawkins everything he needs to know. Have you seen the clips coming up of there was one on YouTube that popped up for me, and then there was like some TikToks of when John Mateer and Jackson Arnold played in high school?
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah. Mateer looked good in high school. Surprised.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. He did. He did look really good.
I thought he looked. I saw his game not against Denton Guyer. It was one of the other Dallas teams, and I thought he looked really good too. But okay, we're getting way off topic here. But Oklahoma covers the spread. What is it? 46.5?
45.5. Yeah, I think they do. I wouldn't bet it, but I think they do.
How many people even show up to this game?
Sell out always.
Is it really?
I would think so. Yeah.
I got a buddy
over 100 something straight home sellouts.
I had a friend in college. Her name is Ellie. She's super cool. Shout out to Ellie Gunderson. Her husband is really good friends with Eddie Radosevich and George.
Oh yeah.
So I need to see about him getting me some tickets.
Yeah, get us some tickets.
Us.
Yeah,
us.
Yeah, us.
I got you, bro.
Asshole. No, anyways. I have connections into the program as well. I could probably get some. But anyways, what is your or do you want to talk about just touch on some other games, or do you want to get straight into your dog?
Well,
Spread Eagle.
Yeah, let's do under the radar game of the week. Spread Eagle, Hungry Dog.
What's your under the radar game of the week?
My under the radar game of the week was originally Texas and Florida. I mean, it's not really under the radar, but compared to some of the other games, like the big three that we mentioned anyways, I think more people are going to have their eye on Florida State, Miami, Alabama, Vanderbilt. But it was originally Texas and Florida, and now I can't find the fucking game. Where'd it go? Oh, Mississippi State, Texas A&M.
It's going to be a great one.
Can you count it as underdog game of the week? Not under the radar game of the week, because I feel like this is a game that is probably just as it's probably going to be just as viewed.
I think after last week, it's
There's
going to have more eyes on it.
There was
But
one that I was going to take, but I'm saving it for you because I know you really want to take it for under the radar game of the week.
I think I know what game we're talking about. I appreciate that. I think it's an under the radar game. I mean, some people have been talking about it, but it wouldn't have, say that Mississippi State loses.
Well, Mississippi State's also
Tennessee.
fighting to be ranked. I mean, they're 4-1. They had that big win against Arizona State.
Yep.
They lost on just an unfortunate play in the red zone. And what was it? Was it overtime or double?
I think it just went to single OT.
It was just single OT. But they could have easily tied that game. You get the ball back to start the second. I think they score again. And Mississippi State, I mean, what Jeff Lebby's done in a year, it's remarkable. Like
just what he's done so far with that roster is insane.
Yeah, crazy. I hope OU fans know how, or at least some of the OU fans that fucking hated him in 2023, realize how good of a coach he actually is, and his ability to. And it's like you mentioned, like he has revamped and adapted his offense a little bit, and Shapen was decent at Baylor. I think he's much better now than he ever was in his career before.
I agree.
And Flood Bothwell, I told you that was my guy from South Alabama. So
he runs the ball well, man.
But and Texas A&M, they have a good offense. I know they didn't look great against Auburn. That game is still shocking. Like when I say shocking, like Texas A&M outgained them by more than 400 yards.
Yeah.
And it was only 16-14. Well, it's because they also just couldn't, their field goal kicker couldn't make a fucking kick.
That is also very true.
Well, let's look at the, what was the box score? So Texas A&M had 414 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 207 yards pass. Oh, wow. 207 passing and 207 running.
Jesus.
And then Auburn, I can't do quick maths right now. They had 177 yards of offense.
Jesus Christ.
So they outgained them by 237 yards. And Auburn does have a pretty good defense, but like, don't let the final score, tell the story of how good Texas A&M's offense.
Look what they did to Notre Dame.
Yeah, that was a very fun fucking game.
That was.
So Texas A&M with a good offense is a scary team because Mike Elko is going to get that defense rolling. They've got players, DJ Hicks. They still have that fucking corner that's been in college football for 10 years. I think his last name is like Lee or something. But I don't know, man. Watch out for Texas A&M, but I kind of like Mississippi State to also bounce back. I don't know if they'll win the game.
I definitely like them to cover 16.5.
Yeah, that's insane, by the way. Is there something that we don't know? Like,
I have no idea.
Is Mississippi State hurt?
That I know of. Like, that's just it's an insane number. I've been looking at it all week and I can't fathom it. It's
Mississippi
crazy.
State is going to score more than 10 points. Auburn has issues with their offense. One, we all know one of the culprits, but two,
their offensive line is not that good.
And they're huge. Like I think we broke that offensive line. Because their offensive line was playing really fucking good till they played Oklahoma. And it's not like, Oklahoma was very good, but it's not like we were just like the Michigan game wasn't even like a true test. Like, Oklahoma's defense, it was clinic tape.
Yeah.
Auburn's offensive line played like decent against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But they've just got problems on offense that, it's not going to be fixed this season. I thought Auburn was going to be a much better team. They'll be lucky to win 7 games. Mississippi State's going to score points.
Yeah.
I think it's just 16.5 is crazy. I think that's probably the easiest. If you want to save that for your spread equal, you can have it.
No. I'm going somewhere else with it. But
Yeah.
um,
Well, also that's scary because I think that's Vegas is baiting me or something. I
feels like
see
it.
that. I see that 16.5, and I'm like, that's probably the easiest, like, hungry dog cover.
Yeah.
You know what? That's my under the radar game of the week, and that's also my spread eagle.
All right. I like it. I like it. So my underdog game of the or my under the radar game of the week, one that I didn't even realize until right before we started recording that this game was being played this weekend. Virginia is playing Louisville
Yep,
in
that
Louisville,
was one I
Kentucky.
was saving for you.
Louisville's getting 6.5. Man, I
Well,
I honestly
it's home. I mean, they're the home team, so
they are the
like,
home team, but I mean still like that feels insane to me. I don't think it'll be that far apart. I think now the over under is 60.5. It's tempting because both these offenses are insane. They're electric.
well, I think what Vegas is probably thinking, or the odds makers when they look at this, you know, they may be giving Louisville 6.5 because again, on the road after an unbelievable emotional win for Virginia,
Typical
could
letdown.
be like, yeah, could be a potential letdown. I like Chandler Morris a lot. Uh, I watched enough of him play football to know that this is definitely one of those, like, he throws for 130 yards, 2 interceptions, has like one rushing touchdown, and his completion percentage is like 52.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a potentiality. I really, really like I just really like that guy. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
really
super
fucking good
fun.
game.
I think this is gonna be one where how they do the cuts from one game to another, and they just show like a highlight or update on the score. It's gonna be one that I think they're gonna feature a lot. Like that's gonna be a fun one. For my spread eagle though,
Well, let me ask you this: is Louisville like, uh, how was I gonna word this? Like, is Louisville, are they a good team?
I don't know. I
They're
haven't seen
4 and
enough of
0. I
them.
mean, I
I
think
think they
James
beat
Madison
NC
is.
State. No, Pitt. They came back and beat Pitt. So
Yeah, they were down big and then came back and won. So that is a good win for them. I think James Madison is a pretty good win for them too. I think James Madison is like sneaky team. Like, they're not unbelievable or like anything
they're
like
a
that.
fun
But
G5 team.
yeah,
They always are.
yeah.
They always
And
are.
they're
But
3-1, aren't they? Yeah.
yeah, their only loss was Louisville. But yeah, no,
Spread
I think
equal.
it's gonna be a fun game. We're gonna learn a lot about both these teams. We're gonna learn. Hey, can Virginia weather
I love when we say
the?
that. It feels like we say
Can
that every week.
we do? We do. Well, it's still early enough in the season that we're kind of nearing the halfway point where you really start to figure out
Do
what
we
every
learn
team
more
is.
about Louisville than we do Virginia, or vice
I
versa?
I would lean we learn more about Virginia because, as you mentioned, that super emotional win. You're riding the high of the huge upset at home, the field storming and everything. Then you're immediately going on the road to play another good team with a high flying offense. It's one of those things where you can either show up and you can have that Chandler Morris game where he just kind of shuts down his leg, or if you can keep it going. I mean, there's no teams. It can be huge.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Louisville's got a bye week next week, and then they have Miami after that. So now
Okay.
my spread eagle is because we also are we doing dog of the week after this too?
Hungry Dogs.
Hungry dogs, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So my spread
You
eagle,
know, for those that don't know how it works, so spread eagle is basically just picking just a ridiculous spread to a game that, easy cover for the underdog.
yes,
And then Hungry
exactly.
Dogs is uh basically upset of the week, potential
Yep,
upset of the week.
potential upset of the week. My spread eagle, uh, Ohio State's getting 23.5 against Minnesota.
Mm,
And look, Ohio State's number one team in the country. They've been playing well. They've been starting to kind of get things rolling on offense. Minnesota's not a terrible football team. And PJ Fleck's a damn good coach. Minnesota's 3-1. They lost to Cal, but I mean they beat Buffalo, Northwestern, and then they beat Rutgers in a really good game. Don't overlook the Golden Gophers, okay? I think it's going to be a fun one. It's at the shoe, which makes it tough. But 23.5, that's insane. I think Minnesota covers that. And I think it's probably like a 17-point game. You might be sweating it towards the end, but I think Minnesota covers that game.
Yeah.
I have put money on it, actually. I'll put it.
Oh, you did?
I have put money on it.
I don't really know what to make of Ohio State because, like, they're, in my opinion, they've separated themselves. Like, they're the best team in the country. The game against Washington told me everything I needed to know. You get inside the 10-yard line, they're fucking stingy. And Washington's a much better offense than what they made themselves out to be. It just feels like Ohio State has a leash, or like they have handcuffs right now, Julian saying, because it feels like they're playing enough to just get the win and get out of there without any injuries. Like, hey, we need to stay as healthy as possible to,
Gonna beat Michigan.
Yeah, and they don't. Yeah, well, and Penn State too, because Penn State goes to town. I know it's like, well, Ohio State's going to win that game. James Franklin, blah blah blah. You still need to.
Still need to get up for that.
Their ultimate goal is to beat Michigan. It's been 4 years in a row. It feels like they're hiding something.
Agreed.
Or maybe Julian saying
what told me
as Will Howard.
What told me a lot about Ohio State last week is the amount of errors they made early in the game, and it never wavered.
Didn't fucking matter.
Didn't matter at all. It's much like the Georgia team that beat TCU in the national title game. Like that season, Georgia could just have an absolute blunder for parts of games, and it's never mattered. So I really like that one. Now I'll go ahead.
So you like 23.5?
I do like 23.5. I think Minnesota covers it.
Well, okay, so spread equal. We'll make it to where it doesn't matter if it's the favorite or the underdog. Like you're picking that spread.
Yes.
To cover.
Yeah, but I do like Minnesota.
Minimum 10.5.
Yes, I like that. It's got to be a double-digit spread.
Yep.
Got to be a double-digit spread. Now, my hungry dog this week, I'll go ahead and kick it off with mine. Going back to the well. I leaned on these guys a couple weeks ago, and they got it done. Maybe a week ago. Was it last week?
Oh, I know who you're taking.
Yeah, you do. The Fighting Terrapins, Maryland, are hosting Washington in College Park. Washington's getting 5.5. Now, I know they had a decent game. They put up a fight. They've had a good offense. And they played Ohio State. And obviously, it was impossible for them to move the ball inside the red zone, really inside the 10. But it's borderline disrespectful to me. Malik Washington's been great. I think Maryland's had a pretty good offense this season. 5.5. I mean, I don't even care what the damn spread is. I think Maryland wins this football game. I really do.
That's what Hungry Dogs is. You're taking the dog to win.
I know it is. The money line has moved. So I bet this earlier in the week, and the line was it's only 205. It's moved a little bit. It's at 180 now. But I think Maryland. I think both these teams have offenses that are capable of doing really good things. Obviously, Coleman and Williams and Boston at Washington have been great, but Malik Washington, Maryland, has been pretty great this season as well. 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 80 for 134. He's been fantastic. I feel very confident saying Maryland's going to win this football game.
I like it. And Malik Washington, like you said, he's been awesome as a freshman. He's got a very bright future.
Agreed.
Do you think he should stay at Maryland, right? Like, even though
so.
he's probably going to transfer, like if he enters the transfer portal, there's going to be teams that are going to want him.
For sure.
I think he should stay at Maryland.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Now, I mean, if he's got like NFL aspirations, maybe not a bad idea to transfer to, whoever develops quarterbacks. LSU, maybe?
Yeah, just don't go to Duke like Darian Mensah did.
Yeah, no shit. Or hey, maybe Tulane. Better program. No, I'm joking.
Maybe SMU. Brett Lashley.
Yeah.
If he's still there.
Could be.
Maybe Mississippi State with Jeff Lebby.
Yeah,
that could be fun. That could be fun.
Who has he developed and put in the NFL other than Dylan Gabriel. Because Corral never really did anything.
Yeah, that's fair. You can argue he's also never really had the best talent.
True. Well, you know what? If Shapen gets into the NFL, then
yeah,
there's the start of it. So I've actually got two hungry dogs. My first one, I know they haven't been all that impressive this season, and mainly because their quarterback has been. I don't know if he's the starter or not. Like if he was the game one starter, because I don't remember him playing in the first game that they won. But I kind of like NIU to pull the upset on Miami of Ohio. Now I know Miami of Ohio is just a better football team than them.
Mm-hmm.
Like talent wise, their running back is better, their quarterback is better, and I'm a big fan of their wide receiver Perry. But I can see this being one of those like it's Maction, so like anything goes. You're probably going to get an opening kickoff return or a muffed punt or quarterback scrambles for 10 yards and then loses it trying to make a juke and then it's returned. But I could be very wrong about this one, but I think NIU is kind of playing for pride at this point, knowing that their MAC chances are probably out the window. So that's my first hungry dog. I might even bet it too. Should I?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past you. Whatever your wallet looks like.
Is DJ Lagway playing? Or I know he was in a boot, wasn't he? Or
I think he was. Let me see. Is there any news on that? I anticipate that he plays because I haven't heard otherwise. Roster. I didn't really say. I anticipate DJ Lagway to play. I'll put it that way. You know another one I like, real quick.
I know which one I'm going to take.
Okay, go ahead.
There's really like no good hungry dogs in my opinion. Like last week, the past couple of weeks there were like multiple hungry dogs that I loved. I don't like any of these other than the one that you picked in Maryland.
Yeah.
But oh my god. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
So this is another team that I've leaned on. Going back to again because they've treated me well. Duke is traveling cross country.
I was looking at that one just now with Cal.
And I think Cal wins this game.
I like that. I was thinking that or either pull out like a disgusting one with North Carolina over Clemson.
That's fair. Hey, Wyoming at UNLV is a good one too.
Yeah.
Wyoming UNLV is a good one.
You know what?
So
I kind of like Syracuse. I know they're going on the road against SMU, and I think SMU is just a more talented team. But Angeli's out, right? Angeli's out.
Angeli's out.
Okay,
Angeli's out. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Angeli's done for the year.
Yeah, give me Cal over Duke.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Is that a classic Pac-12 after dark? Except Duke is not a former Pac-12.
Yeah, fucking probably. Okay, any other college stuff you want to talk about?
Why do I have men's hockey? I can take that off. No, I think you want to just go like rapid fire real quick here. I'll do it. ACC matchups. So Boston College at Pitt. Pitt's getting 6.5. Over under 57.5. Clemson travels to North Carolina. So Dabo Sweeney's basically last breath. Clemson's getting 14.5 over under 46.5. I kind of like that over.
Yeah, I do too.
And then as far as the rest of the game, so Wake Forest travels to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is starting to come on a heater a little bit.
I
They're
don't
getting
hate
6.5.
I don't hate Wake Forest in that game.
Me too.
I don't, as good as they just played Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
and Virginia Tech's 1-2 with an interim coach. I don't know if they can necessarily keep it rolling. I'd like Wake Forest in that game.
Well, and I agree with you too. And the reason being is because a lot of people probably can you hear me?
Yes.
A lot of people are probably looking at that Wake Forest, Georgia Tech game that happened last week, and they're probably more down on Georgia Tech than they should be. I think Georgia Tech is still a good team that's learning how to win ugly games like that.
Yep.
And Wake Forest just, I mean, hey, they play good, so maybe Wake Forest is starting to kind of find something a little bit. In spite of Robbie Ashford, I still think he is a great quarterback.
Yeah.
So, maybe the rest of the ACC games will be back.
So NC State is playing Campbell. We talked about Louisville, Virginia, and then the other ACC game we didn't talk about. Well, really, you mentioned it: SMU and Syracuse. SMU's getting 17.5 against Syracuse. Over under is 56.5.
Do you think that spread is lower than it should be? Because without Angeli,
yeah, I mean, Syracuse got their ass whooped by Duke last week, and Duke hasn't necessarily been the most electric team offensively. So, but I mean, Darian Minson does have 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 picks. So maybe, but I would take SMU to win that one pretty comfortably. That was a sneaky spread eagle. 17.5. I could see SMU winning by 20, 28 points. I don't think it would necessarily be close.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be a good spread eagle. I forgot who I picked for mine. I think I took Mississippi State. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So in the Big 12, right now we have West Virginia BYU. That one's 31-10 BYU. Iowa State Cincy. We talked about that. K-State Baylor. K-State at Baylor. Baylor's getting 5.5. Total 60.5. Oklahoma State is going to Tucson to play the Wildcats. Arizona is getting 20.5. Over under is 55.5. No Fafita, and Arizona has had a pretty decent offense so far this year. Houston, Texas Tech, possible sneaky good game. Texas Tech's getting 11.5. Totals 51.5. I think Texas Tech's just a little bit too powerful. I don't know about the spread. I didn't really lean one way or another on it. I think Baron Morton's back and will be playing in this game, so factor that in as you will. TCU, Colorado, TCU, or in Fort Worth, TCU's getting 13.5. Total is 57.5. And then, surprised you didn't really talk about this one, but Jalen Daniels and the Jayhawks are going to Orlando to play UCF in the Fighting Scott Frost. Kansas is getting 3.5. Total is 53.5. Moving on to the Big Ten. So Penn State, UCLA. Penn State's getting 24.5. I don't think that one's relatively even close. Wisconsin, Michigan. Michigan's getting 17.5. Total, by the way, on Penn State, UCLA is 48.5. Feels kind of low, but don't know really what we're going to get from Penn State. I think we know UCLA just might not even show up. Wisconsin, Michigan at 11 o'clock. Michigan's getting 17.5. Total's 43.5. Honestly, I like the over in that one. I think Michigan could probably hit that on their own. Wisconsin's not a good football team this year. Luke Fickell's probably fired the next 2 to 3 weeks. Illinois, Purdue. Illinois' favored 8.5. Total is 55.5. Talked about Maryland, Washington. Northwestern is playing UL Monroe. Northwestern is getting 11.5. Total is 42.5. Nebraska, Michigan State. Nebraska is getting 12.5. Total is 48.5. Don't know what to think about Michigan State so far, but Patrick Mahomes III probably just fine. And then we talked about Ohio State, Minnesota. Moving on to the SEC. Obviously, we talked about Kent State, Oklahoma. Georgia, Kentucky is this week. Georgia's getting 19.5. Total is 48.5. Kind of all seems right. I really don't know where to place that. Texas, Florida in Gainesville. Texas is getting 5.5 against Florida. And then we talked about Vanderbilt and Alabama and Texas A&M and Mississippi State. And really, that was pretty much it. in terms of the big games, or at least the major conferences. So, you to roll into the NFL.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna let you kick that off. I'm gonna go piss. I'll be right back.
Okay. Kind of like the college football slate, there's really nothing to jerk your dick about for the NFL, at least in my opinion. And that's a product of, unfortunately, all the injuries that we've had in the NFL. It's insane how many injuries there have been. I mean, growing up, it felt like there were never injuries, but I don't know. I digress. The first game, I guess I can kind of go over a little bit while he's taking a piss, was Thursday night's game, 49ers, Rams. 49ers were playing with their practice squad team, and somehow they just know how to beat Sean McVay. I mean, divisional opponents. I don't know what it is about the 49ers, but, if anybody can beat the Rams with virtually nobody that was supposed to start the season, maybe even let alone play any downs at all, we're able to rally and beat the Rams. And to put it into perspective, Brock Purdy was out. Brandon Ayuk was out. I mean, he's been out. Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, George Kittle. I think McCaffrey was like really the only starter that played other than some guys on their offensive line, which I still think they're banged up there. Nick Bosa, obviously out for the season with the torn ACL. That blows for him. But credit to the 49ers and just being resilient. I didn't really watch too much of the game, but apparently Mac Jones almost died on a couple of occasions. I'll need Dalton to confirm that for me. So I'll be right back, folks.
I have returned. I need another water. I apologize.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Sorry, this episode's kind of been all over the place, but
It's all right.
I'm having to take care of a dog and myself. Puke and rally.
I'm about to say we had a bit of a puke and rally, but we're all right.
Dude, that spaghetti that I ate was fucking good, but I ate so much of it.
Your genes are fighting back against you. How could you? The motherland, dude. It's killing you.
I know. It's fucking.
Aren't you Italian? Shouldn't you be able to stomach all that pasta?
Well, dude, when you're just constantly eating pasta, like, the Cherokee or whatever else is in me other than Italian, like they're fighting as if it was what is it, colonization?
Yeah, that'd be a wild war on the plains. The Italians and the Cherokees. Holy shit.
But yeah, shout out to the 49ers. Like I mentioned earlier, they were basically playing with the practice squad. Brock Purdy out, Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, obviously Ayuk's been out. Really the only starter that they still had skill position wise was Christian McCaffrey.
And he played a hell of a game.
Yeah, he's awesome. Like there are times where, like the last week when I was watching the 49ers play, I hadn't watched them all season, but I was like, sometimes you like need to cleanse the palate a little bit, after you eat dinner. Sometimes you got to get a little bit of a dessert. And when I watched the 49ers, I just watched Christian McCaffrey. Like he's such a like relief to watch whenever you see bad running back play.
He got me 27.9 fantasy points, man.
And because of his injuries, a lot of people this season, are high on like obviously the regulars, the Saquon Barkleys, Jonathan Taylor's kind of had a resurgence. But Christian McCaffrey is just the complete opposite of what we see from Ken Scatterbo.
Yeah, he's the cerebral white running back.
Cerebral, methodical, just, finds the open gap, gets the juke, does whatever. And, Cam Scatterbo is just basically plowing rocks. So, but I thought that's impressive. And again, like I mentioned, Kyle Shanahan just kind of owns Sean McVay in regular season matchups.
He does.
In the playoffs, different story. I think
it was It was funny though when Mac Jones went down with the calf injury,
Was
and
he cramped or like what
I have
happened?
no idea. It looked bad, but the camera panned over and cut to Kyle Shanahan, and all you see is just dread. He looked like he was dead inside. But no, shout out Mac Jones. I mean, I literally I was watching it and I was playing.
I forgot who it was, but I remember it was last season or the season before. Like a reporter was asking on the timeline of when, I think it was Christian McCaffrey. They were asking like, when do you think he's going to be healthy and good to go and taking off the injury report? And Shanahan was just like, "Well, I'm not God. I can't tell you that."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, "Okay, confirmed. Kyle Shanahan, not God.
yeah. Good to
Factor
know.
fiction."
Good to know that one. But yeah, no, shout out Mac Jones. I mean, he toughed it out, and Matt Stafford was amazing in the game.
Who was their
Uh,
third string quarterback?
Adrian Martinez.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were very close to getting Adrian Martinez real snaps in an NFL game. I was really interested. So Trent Williams hasn't been his best. The age is kind of starting to catch up to him. He played a damn good game against Jared Verse. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. He showed up when it meant the most. He played a damn good game. But yeah, no, I thought Mac Jones died. And even like in the final drive, like he got his ass beat up on the last drive. They get the field goal. They stop the Rams on fourth down,
He
and
got
then
his
you just see
ass
Mac
pounded.
Jones just like crawling to the finish line.
Yeah.
And also shout out real quick before we move on. Dan Orlovsky, a couple years ago, he was on Get Up getting yelled at by everybody in there when he said that you put Mac Jones on the 49ers and he could do exactly what Brock Purdy does.
Well, it's like we said, Shanahan wanted to draft him,
Yeah.
but they went with Trey Lance instead.
Yep. Shanahan, say what you will.
Well,
Shanahan knows quarterbacks, man.
that's it's
Great
all
scheme.
based on the offense that you run. Like he wants a quarterback that can throw, like some offenses require you to have a mobile quarterback because you run a lot of QB run game, or you need a guy to be able to scramble when he's getting flushed.
Yep.
Shanahan is precision, timing, like timing routes, throwing it to a window, and zone coverage. So that's what he wants. And say what you want about Mac Jones. I mean, he's not. You don't look at him like you would like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jordan
Right.
Love, like some of these quarterbacks, Caleb Williams. But soon, brother. He will. I don't know. I mean, remember his rookie year for the Patriots? Like we
He
thought he
was
was going to
good.
be.
He
Yeah,
was good. And
like
then
it's
the
in there.
organization fell around him.
Yeah. Well, and I can't get that and I know he had the best wide receiver in college football, but like his season where he won the national championship with Bama,
Yeah.
he was good. He was
Yeah.
really fucking good. So
Was that 2020?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was right after the LSU championship.
Yep. Let's go with here.
So yeah, shout out Mac Jones. Are you ready to get into the games?
I am.
So, well then I guess we'll go ahead and kick it off. Congrats, Roger Goodell. You've been wanting to globalize football, and we're gonna head over to London. Browns versus the Vikings. So London game 8:30 in the morning Central Time. Vikings are 1.5 point favorites, over under 36.5. Dylan Gabriel's the starter.
Yep. Shout out DG.
Shout out DG, and shout out the University of Oklahoma because he is the 6th OU quarterback to be starting in the NFL.
Yep.
So Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts.
What is it? 20% of the NFL quarterbacks have started at Oklahoma.
Yeah. Who's after Jalen? Oh, Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams,
DG.
and now DG.
Soon to be John Mateer.
Caleb counts, right? The Red River
Caleb
game
counts.
Yeah, Caleb.
Well, the 21 season, the back half of the 21 season, he played every game.
Yeah, and he was awesome.
It was awesome.
He was really
won the Alamo Bowl with Bob Stoops.
Yeah. Some will say that was his best season in college football.
I would lend to agree.
Yeah. We also had the weird, Dylan Gabriel's named the starter. We had the weird Shador Sanders.
Here, I'll give you an impression.
Well, Shador, I actually I have a question for you. So, how do you feel about being named the backup to Dylan Gabriel and not the actual starter? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Whenever the expectations that you have, being primetime son, um, you know, do you ever think about like that you're just not as good as him, but you're so much better than your little brother Shiloh? Okay, awesome. Thank you, Shadur Sanders. Yeah, that was a weird video, but I found out that he actually did the mime impression because of something that I guess Rex Ryan had said.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I saw that.
Yeah. So apparently Rex Ryan was saying that he was an embarrassment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I, I think Shador could have handled it better because if you're, you know, if Rex Ryan is getting into your head, you got to find like I don't know, like you got to find some sort of mental space and like something's obviously deeper. Like if Rex Ryan is getting to you, then like you've obviously got some deeper issues because Rex Ryan
Yeah.
just sits behind a fucking desk and reminisces on how he never got
How he
the
failed the
Jets,
Jets.
yeah, and never got the job back again.
Yeah.
And he was completely wrong about a lot of things. That's just Rex Ryan, but that's what it was. And then we have the weird, obviously apparent or supposed retaliations from Dylan Gabriel, apparently going after Shador. First one happened in the preseason, and then you saw the most recent video,
Mm-mm.
right?
Actually, I didn't see this.
Actually, I can go ahead and play it. I can't show the video, copyrights, but I can play it for everybody to hear. Dylan Gabriel, Shador.
Just plays the PDD McMill gay porn thing.
Or he just goes silent, does his mime
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Can you hear it?
I think it's funny because I got a text from a good buddy of mine, and he sent me a picture of a fire station, and like kind of like why are you sending that, But when he sends it, he just lists the obvious, right? Like doors are open, garage doors are open, like things are ready to go, and like they're just waiting on that phone call to like respond surgically, and like just what a great representation of like the job I had and being ready for that moment. And I think, I smile because it's like a moment you prep for and you are extremely excited for, but also got to realize that it's extreme focus. And that's what I'm continuing to harp on. But you wait for the perfect time, you're going to wait a whole lifetime. So for me,
Yeah, I did see this. Yeah.
You're gonna wait for the perfect time. Shador Sanders song, perfect timing. Well, that's what people are getting at. And then when he was talking about the entertainers versus competitors in the preseason, what do you think? I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of I think there is something to it.
Do you?
I think like maybe Dylan Gabriel doesn't really like Shador.
I
And I
wouldn't
kind of hope
doubt
that's
it.
the case because I think it's funny that he's basically taking digs at him.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I also think Dylan Gabriel is too cerebral to make comments like that in that way. But
You think he's like just humble?
I think so. From what we saw of DG at OU and at Oregon and at UCF and everywhere he's been, the flight to UCLA, everywhere that he's been, he's a super humble guy. He's really down to earth. He doesn't take shit like that. But maybe there's a new competitive spirit with DG, and I for one love it because I love Dylan Gabriel. I really do. I don't know that he's going to be a career starter in the NFL. You never know. But he plays with good anticipation. He can play within an offense. He's very smart. He understands the game really well. And
Well, you say that you don't know if he could be a starter in the NFL. I kind of like him to win this game. I want to be honest with you.
that. I do too. I think he gives him a much better chance to win it than Joe Flacco did.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's got a little bit more mobility to him. I think some of the quick passes, if they can get him, and listen, I know Stefanski develops running backs way more than he develops quarterbacks, but I think Dylan Gabriel's just played enough football, has seen enough to be able to, and listen, Brian Flores, I mean, he's like the number one defensive coordinator to bring the blitz. Like, if they can just set up quick passes, Dylan Gabriel's going to deliver the ball on time with accuracy.
Yep.
You're going to have a hell of a game from Jerry Jeudy, though. He's going to have to put on a route clinic.
Agreed. And Quinshon Judkins going to have to play well as well.
Yeah.
Offensive line's going to have to hold up.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, he's got a little bit more. Oh, speaking of, I actually just saw this before we started recording, because I was looking for notes for this game, and one of the notes that I have, if you don't know the lore behind Brian Flores and Tua, then like you would think of this to be the perfect compliment. But Brian Flores, when talking about Dylan Gabriel, said, you can hear me, by the way, right?
Yes.
Okay. He said, I'm really excited. I see a lot of Tua Tagovailoa in this young man. He's a lefty with some degree of mobility. The film shows his thought process is similar to Tua's as well. This whole week, I've been preparing as if we are facing Tua, and it's been great. I'm eager to watch this young man go up against what we have in store for him. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
I think that's like kind of mean, in my opinion, because dude, like, if I remember correctly, Brian Flores fucking hated Tua. Like, he basically, like, Tua had to go to therapy for a few years, didn't he? Because Brian Flores, like, destroyed his confidence.
Yeah, well, Tua had to learn how to read and walk again. So,
well, no, this was when Brian Flores was the head coach of Miami when Tua was drafted, and he was basically saying, like, you're not good enough. Like if you don't know the lore behind it, you're probably thinking, oh, that's a great compliment from Flores, but like, he fucking rips Tua apart. Tua was like contemplating even being a starting quarterback. He was like, I don't know if I can even play in the NFL because this guy's just, I mean, it's not even tough coaching. Like, Flores is just being a fucking dick.
Yeah, I know. It's been a weird thing with B-Flow, but I remember that whole Tua controversy with him there, and then him getting fired and trying to sue the league or trying to sue Miami, one of the two.
For being racist or something?
Yeah, it was a whole weird situation with him. He's definitely, in my opinion, better as a DC or as a coordinator than he is as a head coach. Because he's one of the best defense coordinators in all of football. Him, Spags. I mean, those are kind of like the two guys, Jeff Hafley. But, those are kind of like the guys in terms of the NFL defense coordinator wise. But I don't know. It's
in terms of like
weird shot.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a weird shot, and maybe Dylan Gabriel doesn't know the lore behind it, or his relationship or what he thought about with Tua. So he's probably thinking, "Hey, that's an awesome comp," because Dylan Gabriel looked up to Tua. That was one of his favorite players to watch, like him and Mariota. So I don't know. Maybe he hasn't seen it at all. I can't imagine that he hasn't. I mean, when you're preparing to go up against a team, you want to hear what they have to say at the podium sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know, but also, again, kind of harping back to what I know about DG, I don't think that stuff sits with him. It's in one ear and out the other. Dylan Gabriel, I don't think he's going to weigh on it too much.
I have no idea. I mean, I just know that he's a good football player, and he sounds good.
It's true. I know nothing about him, but the way that I've seen him carry himself is what I should say.
Yeah.
Interviews and everything, him and Norman, it's just how I anticipate that he is.
Also, I saw a funny stat, or not really a funny stat, but it's kind of like a surprising stat. So in the 51 years that the game has been played internationally, 36.5 is the lowest over-under total ever.
Really?
Like in international game history for the NFL. The London.
That's crazy. I would think the over hits.
The London.
No. I would think the over hits. I would take over 36.
I would take the Lunder.
The Lunder?
The Lunder. Because, I mean,
Not the Lunder.
like, the Browns, you can make an argument for the best defensive line in football.
Yeah.
Like, they have one of the best defensive lines. They would have one of the
100%.
best front sevens if their linebackers were just a little bit better. And then the Vikings offense, their offensive line is beat to shit. And is Carson Wentz playing or is it McCarthy?
Carson Wentz. McCarthy's out.
Yeah. See, I can imagine, Carson Wentz is probably, I don't know what happened from the time that he started for the Eagles and now, but he does not feel pressure. So he sees, or, he doesn't feel Myles Garrett coming from his blind side and absolutely rocks him because their offensive line is atrocious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the under in this game. I also like the Browns in this one. I know it's gross, but I think Dylan Gabriel gives them a little bit of life. The Vikings, maybe they're not as good as we thought they were.
I would lend some agreement with that.
They beat the dog shit out of the Bengals, but we learned real quick that the Bengals, they're a mess right now without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So, and the Vikings have already lost one international game, so. But I think the Vikings are
travel though. There's
team.
Always that. You said what?
The Vikings are considered the home team, right?
No, they're considered the away team.
Are they?
Yeah.
Were they the home team last week?
Yeah, no. I don't know. They wore white last week. I know that.
Oh, yeah, they are the away team. I wonder what uniforms the Browns are going to wear.
Oh,
they should wear the all Browns.
I hate those.
Just wear them. Fuck it.
That looks like shit.
They look like shit, but they didn't they win? What did they wear when they played the Packers? I don't mean that like in a that sounds bad, but didn't they wear the all Browns?
They did wear the all Browns. You can go fuck yourself.
But yeah, no, I like the Browns in this one. I think I like their deep, and I like the Lunder. I like the under.
Lunder.
Yeah, I can see this being like a 13-10 game.
That's fair. That's fair. I can see that.
Can you?
No.
You can see 13-10.
I mean, I can see it happening. It's the two. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Don't blow out the shotgun.
I sleep next to a pistol every night.
Poor Haas.
I'll blow my shit smooth off.
Do you have any other thoughts on this game?
No, but I do agree with you. I think the Browns win.
Yeah. Actually, my official score prediction, it's going to be a weird one. I think it's going to be like 16-13.
I think we get something a little bit more normal. I think we get a good like 17-10, 17-14, something like that.
17-14. Okay.
Yeah. But what does scare me is the Vikings offense did come alive late, but that wasn't
going to score Agami. Let's do like a 15-8 or something.
I thought you were going to say 40-40, and I was going to leave. I was going to fucking leave.
So that ended up being a scoregami though, right?
Yeah, because that was
I didn't know. I didn't see him post it. I know he's a Ravens fan, the scoregami account. So
yeah, he posted it.
He was probably depressed after that game.
I would have been too. But no, I think the Browns win.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Both of our teams are on a bye this week, so
yeah,
it'll be a fun Sunday for us.
It kind of came at a right time for both of us because we're all banged up.
It really did.
So your offensive line needs to get healthy. Next game. So Raiders at Colts. Colts are getting 5.5 as a favorite, over under 47.5. I don't really know how to diagnose this game because the Raiders they're just not a good football team right now.
Agreed.
The Colts beat themselves Adonai Mitchell beat the Colts last week.
Yeah.
So they were right there with the Rams. Gino hasn't looked very good. So what did he say the other week? He hasn't been the player that he's supposed to be.
Yeah, now he's riding back.
Yeah, he is. What do you think he's writing? Like, what do you think it says in his writing?
I'm sorry.
Or probably just says they wrote me off. and they were correct to.
Yeah, what's the hater said I couldn't do it. Honestly, good call by the haters.
But
I don't know. I mean, we could see a big game. I think we get a good running back game. I think we get a big game from Jonathan Taylor and a fun game from Ashley Genty. Looks
You
like
think so?
Genty's starting to get things going.
Well, and Gino, I mean, maybe this is where Gino finally, has a good game. I mean, we've seen it from him, like for the Seahawks. Pete Carroll was his coach too when he was playing well, so it's kind of surprising that he hasn't. Do you think it's the wide receiver core? Like, do you think Jacoby Myers and
I just think they're
Brock
not a
Bowers
super.
aren't enough?
I just think, yeah. I mean, Brock Bowers is great. I just don't think they're a super talented team, top to bottom.
It's going to take a while.
I think they have a couple pieces, Genty, Crosby, a couple guys, but Brock Bowers. I think they have a couple good offensive linemen, but I mean, they are several pieces away, I think, from being a legit contender, especially in a division like the AFC.
How many
West.
drafts? Like, do you think they can fix a lot of their problems in next year's draft or like free agency?
I mean, you see a lot of teams that can turn things around in a draft, but
I don't see free agency because Mark Davis, he'd rather spend all of his money at PF Chang's
and on shitty haircuts. But I mean,
or banging young sleuths and saying that
don't we all?
the 24-year-old blonde rocket didn't know that he was rich when she was talking.
She might not have been. She might not have. That bowl cut gets them going.
Mm.
No, but
Pete Carroll did defend Geno Smith though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, he basically said, well, so first of all, he said that they had a good practice, which whenever the coach has to pull out we had a very good practice when you're a 1-3 team, it's never the great sign, right?
Yeah, it's never a good look.
It's like when unfortunately, I have to bring up Oklahoma 2024 when Venables would say, yeah, we had a good practice. It's like the defense had a good practice.
Yeah, the defense was fucking great.
Yeah.
But no, it's never a good look. I think the Colts win and cover, to be honest with you.
Get right game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a get right game. But like what I was saying, Pete Carroll said about Geno Smith, he said that he looked really good in practice. His accuracy's been great. He hits everything on target in practice. The whole time him and I have been together, it's been extreme. He's been extremely confident. He thought he can get it, but the game speed was just a little bit different. But that's where he grows because the game speed is a little different than the practice speed that we've conducted. Yeah, I guess, like he said, hey, he's been good in practice, but the game speed's different. Apparently, Geno Smith just he hasn't played enough NFL games. He hasn't been in the NFL long enough.
Yeah, the 12-year NFL vet. I don't think he's played enough football.
Yeah.
Probably right.
And that's why we haven't seen the Geno Smith we're supposed to see, like he said. This is why, we're writing him off. If he doesn't write back, he just needs to play more games in the NFL to really get things going, right?
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think the Colts are definitely in a spot to get a get-right game.
Yeah.
Do you know Daniel Jones is 4th in completion percentage?
Yeah, dude, he's been I can't believe you got that over on me. Holy shit.
You saw that, though?
Yeah, I saw that. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, he's been good. I mean,
no, he's been pretty good.
If he can get Adonai Mitchell to not fumble at the goal line, Colts are getting 5.5. I think that's easy.
Yeah. ESPN has it at 6.5, but I'd still take that.
Oh, so it's gone up?
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking at DraftKings for most of these. So if I'm wrong somewhere, well, I've got my spreads. But
everywhere's got their different odds. Yeah, I mean, we can roll with whatever, but like I said, 5.5, 6.5. Shit, I think the Colts win by double digits.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was also something weird that, of note, at least to me. So Anthony Richardson, did you see what that came out? I think it was a JP. I'm gonna have to look at the tweet, but basically they were. Oh, where'd it go? I'm gonna have to look it up. Anthony Richardson trade. So Anthony Richardson basically who was it? I can't believe I didn't. This is awesome podcasting, by the way.
We're great.
Oh yeah, so this is from Jashri Football at Jashri Football JPA. This is actually from ESPN. ESPN Jay Fowler. So basically, it was saying that Anthony Richardson was open to joining the Rams as a developmental player.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, basically said he would be open to playing for a premier play caller such as Sean McVay.
Wow.
Like,
Shit on old Steichen.
if my eyes may deceive me, but I'm pretty sure Shane Steichen's a premier play caller. Like, he's been fantastic this season.
Isn't Steichen part of the?
He's
Sean
that Colts
McVay
head
tree?
coach.
Well, yeah, I know that, but isn't he part of the McVay tree?
I don't know. I know he was the Eagles' offensive coordinator when they went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know about Shane Steichen was that he was the offensive coordinator in 2022 whenever they first signed A.J. Brown, had that prolific offense and went to the Super Bowl.
So no, he wasn't a McVay guy. He's
Bill O'Brien.
no, he was with the Chargers in 2011, then the Browns in 2013, then back with the Chargers, and then Philly, and then now Indy. So I thought he was McVay for some reason. I don't know.
Who was the coach of the Chargers in 2011?
2011, that was.
I'm trying to remember who that was. He was a decent coach, I'm pretty sure.
North Turner.
Oh, never mind.
And then when Mike McCoy took over, he got rid of him. And then he went to the Browns under Rob Chudinski and Norv Turner as the offensive coordinator. Also, I just want to go ahead and point this out, completely off topic, but I pulled up Twitter to try to find that. Bixby won 81-6 tonight.
Oh, he is from the Norv Turner and Nick
he's
Sirianni.
Norv Turner. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Did you hear that, by the way?
Go ahead.
Bixby won 81-6 tonight.
Number one team in high school.
Number one team in high school. That's fucking insane. But anyways, sorry.
Who's number two? Bishop Gordon?
I don't know.
Bishop Sycamore. I don't have any other thoughts on this game. I agree with you. Colts get right game. Are you ready to go to the next game?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So Cowboys at Jets. Dallas is getting 2.5 over under 47.5. Justin Fields might finally be able to get over 350 yards passing.
Possibly. No, but possibly.
I don't have anything to talk about with this game.
I don't either.
I
I think the Cowboys win.
No, I kind of like the Jets in this one.
Really?
Jets are wearing their all blacks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, but Braylon Allen is out, so it's going to be heavy Brees Hall. So if you
I think we're going to get.
if you want to put together a DraftKings or a Prize Picks, I'd heavily bet on Brees Hall.
Oh, 100%. I think Garrett Wilson's going to have another spectacular play. That's my pick. He's going to make a catch, and you're like, oh, fuck. If he had a quarterback, that'd be great.
Well, if you want to move on, or we can just talk more about the Cubs. That's basically what I have in my notes.
Yeah.
I don't have anything on this game. Talk about the Cubs.
Just don't let it end in a tie. Actually, let it end in a tie. It'd be hilarious to see a 1-2-2 by the Cowboys.
What's the most amount of ties a team has had in a single season?
I think
2.
Well,
Cowboys should do 3.
They should.
Maybe the Packers.
Fuck off. One team. The Chicago Bears hold the NFL record for most ties in a single season by one team, tying 6 times in 1932.
We hold all the stats. We got the most Hall of Famers and the most ties in a single season.
Yeah, you also got
Bears, historic franchise. And I saw another stat, kind of an insult stat, but the Bears have the most 4,000-yard passers in NFL history. We've got 21 of them.
21 4,000-yard passers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
21 4,000. It's either 21 or 22. Next in
Okay.
line is the Commanders. 4,000-yard passers.
4 1,000-yard passers?
No, 21 4,000-yard passers.
I don't think that's a real stat. What, in one season or in their career?
No, that's where it gets you. That's like
it's in their career. I was about to say the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer in one season.
Yeah, see, that's
trying to get one over on me, you fucking Italian.
That's where it gets you. And I had to double take. I had to do a double take on it too when I saw it.
That's insane. That's hilarious. What's the next game?
So Giants at Saints. Saints are getting 1.5. I thought last time I checked the Giants were favored. That might have changed when I looked at it yesterday, I thought the Giants were favored, but
yeah,
Saints
ESPN
are getting
1.5.
2.5. Okay, so Saints 2.5 over under 42.5 is what I have here.
The Giants win.
Damn, you don't even have any analysis or anything on this?
I think Spencer Rattler is going to be. He's going to keep that over. And I think the Giants have something going with the creatine combo.
The Jackson Dart experience?
Yes.
Cam Scatterbo. Oh, well, you said Spencer Rattler continues the streak of not winning a single game as a starter. He says that he feels like he's not playing losing football.
I don't think he necessarily is.
You agree with it?
I almost kind of agree.
I mean, even though he's 0-10 as a starter.
We've talked about it. He's played decent in a couple games this year.
Well, this is from him directly. He said that.
I know. I mean, that's funny. But
he said he's not playing to lose the game, which
really, Spence,
is I guess it's a step in the right direction, right? Now he just the next step is to play to win the game.
I would think that's the next step in the natural progression. Yes.
Yeah. So
all right, let's see what Spence can do. He might make me eat my words, but
well, I don't know. I'm done betting on the Saints.
I never started,
but I do kind of like them in this game, though.
I don't.
I honestly, I kind of like them. You know what? I think we get a Danny Stutzman appearance.
I hope so.
If anybody's, if I want to see anybody go head to head with Scatterbo, it's Stutzman. Danny
Stutzman and Cam Scatterbo in the A gap would fire me up.
8 gap, or if they spill the counter, he has to bounce outside. I want to see that collision too.
Yes, I want to see Danny and Cam meet head to head, and both of them lower their head. I want targeting on both players.
Well, and this is also
I want Danny to be okay and Cam to be okay.
This is good for the Giants that they don't have to play in MetLife. They get to go on the road and not risk any more injuries. Oh no. Did we freeze?
What the fuck happened?
Dude, I don't know. That was
for like half a second, but I think we're good. Yeah, no, but we're good now. But
they don't have to play in MetLife, so they get to maybe escape another game without a catastrophic injury.
Yeah, without the ACL sniper that is MetLife's turf.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't have anything on this game. I like the over. I like 42.5. That's
I do as well.
Next game. Broncos at Eagles. Eagles are getting 3.5 over under 44.5. I don't know if that's changed at all.
I'm seeing 4.5 and 43.5.
43.5. Okay. Okay. Well, 43.5. I got 44.5. In terms of this game, you could be a deep in the weeds X's and O's on who you think is going to win this game. I'm more interested in Cooper DeJean versus Riley Moss, the evolution of the cornerback.
Yeah,
So maybe we get a jersey swap from him too.
that'd be fun.
So exciting whites in this game. Can you classify this as a Vic Fangio revenge game? Because it's been a while since he was the head coach at Denver.
Maybe, but it might look like it. The Broncos do lead the NFL in sacks,
Yeah.
and the Eagles have been a little beat up across on the offensive line. I think Lane Johnson's still out.
When is he coming back? Well, what was his injury?
I don't know. Let's see.
How's he still out?
Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe I'm tripping. That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lane Johnson.
He's back. He's back.
Yeah, like last time I checked, him and Jalen Gardner both were full participants in practice.
Okay. Well, I did not see that. Well, shit. I mean, the stats still hold true. I mean, the Broncos do lead the league in sacks. They are pretty good at getting to the quarterback, and their run defense has been decent.
The
Pretty good this year.
fucking
So for Jonathan Taylor.
there was a clip that I saw in an all 22, and it was a 3-man pass rush for the Broncos against the Bengals. And it was basically they had like a 6-man protection. I think they had a tight end at the end of the line. They had 4 guys blocking the nose tackle, and then both of the edge rushers were just free.
I saw that.
Just insane.
I saw that. Oh God, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Nick Benito, I think we can go ahead and start talking about him being one of the premier pass rushers in the NFL.
1,000,000%.
Like this season, he's top 5.
Yeah.
I can comfortably say that. I don't mind saying it. Especially with some of the injuries that we have. Dude,
he's got
injuries,
4.5 sacks already, man.
Can we just turn off injuries, dude?
Yeah, the NFL's getting fucked this year.
I'm fucking like these games are nowhere near as exciting as they could be because of all the injuries to these teams.
Yeah.
Maybe I mean this game, like Broncos and Eagles, is probably the healthiest game.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that's injured for either of these teams that are important. Well, maybe Pat Surtain. Is he playing? I know he got hurt. Okay. Ooh, AJ Brown versus Pat Surtain.
Be fun.
That's almost as good as Cooper DeJean versus Riley Moss, who has the better game there. I have in my notes. I wrote this down. So, because I was looking up trying to figure out if this would be a Fangio revenge game. When Fangio was the head coach for the Broncos, they went into Philly and lost 30-13. I think that was in 2020 or 2021. Or it could have been his first year. I don't remember.
I got it.
But he did kind of have a revenge because when he was the defensive coordinator for Miami, they beat the fuck out of the Broncos 70-20.
That's true.
So
That's true.
There's also that.
I think the Eagles win.
What do you make of Philly?
I think
they're a good team, but
when I think of Philly this year, I think the same thing I thought of the Chiefs last year. They feel like a team that has some flaws, but they just keep finding ways to win. And championship teams always just find a way to win.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of something that I was thinking too, because I mean, they're undefeated. They've had a tough schedule. They're let's see, the combined records of teams that Philly's had to play on their schedule are 9-5-1.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they are a good team. It's just I don't really know. Are they closer to the 2023 team that fell apart or the 2024 team that was fucking awesome at the last half of the season? Because they are 30th in total offense and they're 23rd in total defense.
I think they're closer to last season's team just from the simple fact that they still have most of those pieces. And I feel like they can really turn it on at any moment. You look at the second half against or the first half, against the Bucs in the way that they kind of came out, firing all cylinders. And then the second half against the Rams, they've put quarters and halves together. They just haven't put a game together yet. I think they're closer to being able to do that than they are falling apart and crumbling.
So you think they're going to beat you like them against the Broncos? You think this is damn, you've given up on the Broncos.
I'm not giving up on the Broncos. I might be giving up on the Broncos. They're also 0-2. They're 0-2 on the road, which at some point in the NFL that gives in, but I don't see it happening. It's hard to go play in the link, dude.
Yeah, it is. Hard to play in the bank too.
It is hard to play in the
Dodgers
bank.
got a tough one coming up. So next game. Dolphins at Panthers. So when I originally had this written down yesterday, the Panthers were 1.5 point favorite. I think they're giving it to the Dolphins now.
It is Miami 1.5.
Okay, so that changed. Over under 44.5. Has that changed?
Nope.
Okay.
Big Waddle game. I take Waddle in daily fantasy.
Oh yeah, because Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill lost his leg.
He was smiling when he was getting carted off too.
I know, and he was like clapping and shit. It's weird.
Maybe he's leaving Miami and he's happy about it.
I don't know, or maybe Tua used some of his new brain power to like make him smile through the pain.
Fucking Tua. Did you know the Panthers haven't won a game? So the Panthers have not won a game in which they were the favorite going into the game since September 2021. I had that written down before the line changed.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. The last time they won a game in which they were the favorite, September of 2021. That was the Panthers versus the Texans.
You remember the 2022 Panthers and they had Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, CMC, and DJ Moore?
We'll get into that here in a little bit because there's a game that's coming up that features two of those players, and I've got some notes on that. Do you remember the quarterbacks for the Panthers and Texans? That was the last time. So the Panthers beat the Texans when they were the favorite.
In 21?
Yeah.
Oh. No, it wasn't PJ Walker because he played 23. Bryce,
22.
Oh, yeah, 22. No, I don't.
What about the Texans? Do you know who the quarterback was for the Texans at that time?
Was it Davis Mills?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the quarterback for the Panthers.
It wasn't Cam still.
Nope. 2021.
No idea. Who was it?
It was Sam Darnold.
Holy shit. It was Sam Darnold in 21?
Yep.
I thought he was. No, they okay, never mind. Yeah, that's right. It was Sam Darnold, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Baker Mayfield came in and Robbie Chosen was pissed.
God, what a fall off. Holy shit.
No kidding. I don't like this game. This is a game.
Yeah. I hope they don't even show it.
Well, the Panthers are just a disaster. I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniels still wants to die. If you remember his preseason presser where he said that he was doing great. He's one step closer to death.
Yes. I do think I'm gonna go ahead and put this in right now. Give me a Tedero McMillan touchdown.
That's your guy.
First career touchdown. It's my guy. I think Ted does it.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a possibility. Again, I'm a Jalen Coker guy, and for some reason they don't like to feature him, even though he's the best route runner on his team. I value that kind of stuff, but I don't know. They know more than I do. That's why they've won so many games since David Tepper's taken over. Right?
I think he needs to get back to throwing beers on people.
They've won a bunch of games, right? They've won more than 50 games in his 120 games that he's been the owner.
Yeah,
surely.
They have to. It's the NFL. It's made for at least, it's built for 8-8 competitive balance.
Tua did recently talk about like his concussions and how he's changing his diet to, I guess,
that affects your brain being slammed into the ground.
Well, yeah, he talked about it. He said,
or cauliflower.
He said drinking water helps with concussions. Your brain kind of sits in fluids. If I'm not eating carbohydrates when drinking water, it will flush out of you and it's hard to stay hydrated that way. And then his brain transitioned to static on TV, and then he went into an acid trip, and then it transitioned to an AI video of a gorilla turning into a slice of molded bread.
I love Tua. I love Tua.
The
I
video,
really do.
the videos that come out are hilarious.
They're-
He was turning into Will Levis, so
Yeah, he's becoming a meme every week.
I do fear for his safety and everything like that. I fear for his brain, because if he's thinking about water and carbohydrates during his concussion
To
protocol.
be fair, he is Hawaiian, so water and rice.
Yeah. I like the over in this game as well. Big time.
Over?
Yeah. 44.5.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I mean, I think the Dolphins win.
You like the Dolphins?
Yeah, minimum
Okay.
field goal.
I got you. Next game. I know we're going long, but I told you, man, I came prepared.
I know, and I hate that we're doing this at midnight as well.
Yeah, I know, man.
We got
Power
through.
Yeah. What was the next one that I had on here? Oh, the last
morning games.
Yeah. Texans at Ravens. So Houston's actually getting 1.5, at least last time I checked.
Still
and
is.
then over under 40.5.
Yep.
It was 41.5, but I checked and switched.
Lamar's
Cooper
out.
Rush.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush time. Something about Cooper Rush. In my best Stavi impression.
That's great. Spot on. Spot on.
I wonder if he's going to send that video to Roger Goodell.
Might. I would.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't him. That was anonymous. Sorry. That was anonymous that did that, not Stavi.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally anonymous.
So you were right about Lamar actually being injured. Apparently, he does have a hamstring injury. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks.
Did you see the Ravens injury report?
Yeah. Not good. Yeah. Not good at all. I don't know. You know what? I'm still skeptical about his injury.
Are you?
Yeah.
Like when he had to poop in the middle of that game?
Well, yeah. And that's what my brain goes back to. Maybe he just quit. Hey, listen, a lot of people, you hear a lot of like media and like reporters, and then people like on Get Up and Good Morning Football, and they say, I don't want to speculate on an injury. We will. You and I will.
We 100%.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. I'll speculate on it.
I speculate on my injuries every day. I wake up and I'm like, oh, my back must have been all that water and carbohydrates I ate.
Yeah.
Or didn't eat. Sorry.
Not sex, because you're not an intercourse guy, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, we'll speculate
my
on
Mormonism.
And we'll only believe things that fit into our narrative. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
So you can have a million people tell me that Caleb Williams didn't look good on a certain throw, and then that one person that says, well, actually the receiver ran the wrong route, I'd be like, yeah, damn right.
That's damn right he did.
Yeah. So here's something interesting about this game. First of all, both of these teams are in deep waters. Like, they're barely fucking treading water.
Yeah. Bad.
The Texans offense is 29th in points per game, and the Ravens offense is 3rd in points per game.
Crazy.
The Ravens defense is 32nd in the NFL, and the Texans defense is 1st in the NFL. So the Texans 29th offense going up against that Ravens 32nd defense is like shit versus poop.
Yeah. It's
like just god awful. But then the awesome matchup would be the Ravens offense versus that Texans defense.
Yeah. If Lamar was healthy, it'd be a lot more fun.
It's the drawing of the horse, where like the back half of the horse is just like
yeah, exactly.
The other half is just like looks like a retarded
4-year-old.
horse. Yeah.
Me. Looks like I did it.
Yeah. I don't know. Expect Derrick Henry to get more carries. He only had 8 carries last week.
Yeah. Yeah, you think so?
It's hard whenever you're trying to game plan, like when you're First of all, I think Lamar's lost. I mean, he's been awesome this season. He's had to be because his defense hasn't been good, but I think he's losing a little bit of his confidence because you could see it last week with Cooper Rush. I mean, he's not a mobile quarterback. He is 9-5 as a starter, by the way.
Yes.
So he was good for the Cowboys as a starter. I think they're going to need to find some sort of run game. So Derrick Henry, expect to get more carries. Maybe don't cough up the football, and maybe you have a winning recipe. Who knows?
I mean, I would take the Ravens to win.
Okay.
I think I would lean Ravens.
Did you watch the tape of the Texans offensive line when they gave up that sack for Jeffrey Simmons? That sack that happened in like 0.2 seconds.
I've seen it so many times. And I
didn't realize that the Texans offensive line was that fucking bad. Like
it's horrendous.
That's like our offensive line last year. It's just like communication. They have no idea who they're supposed to block. It's bad, dude.
It's very bad.
Also, you've got CJ Stroud. I think he's reached rock bottom. At least close to it because he came out. Did you see the video? Oh, we'll leave soon, but did you see the video where they were interviewing him and he said that it was something about like how he was talking about his explosiveness and like how he's getting older, so like he's been going back and watching his high school tape.
He's 23.
Yeah, he said being 23, I'm not in my grown man body all the way just yet. I'm still growing. Fact, I guess. Fact or fiction? He's 23. He's still growing, right? He's not in his full grown man body. He also said, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm not as quick as I was when I was 18 and 180 pounds. Watching my high school tape, I was rolling. I mean, that kind of contradicts the what does that mean? Like, he's getting older and worse?
But also, he hasn't hit his prime?
Is he going to hit it? Like, maybe his prime was when he was 18. That's what it sounds like he's saying. I was very confused by that whenever I saw that video.
Yeah, no, it's insanely confusing.
Yeah. Is he getting worse? Maybe he is. I mean, he's not as mobile as he used to be. He said he wasn't as explosive.
I don't know. I mean, he certainly hasn't looked like he's getting better.
Also, I like to think that if you're CJ Stroud and you go in as far as to watching your high school tape, that kind of tells you where he's at mentally. Yeah, it kind of tells you where he's at. It tells you where he's at mentally. So, him just going on like his laptop and pulling up huddle highlights.
Yeah. I wonder if mine are in there.
That's literally like the plot for Uncle Rico and Napoleon Dynamite.
No, literally. That's so bad. Like that, you keep that to yourself.
Yeah. I used to be the fucking man, even though I'm a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Still
I don't know. I like the Texans in this one.
I don't hate it. I mean, I used to pick them. It'd go either way.
It's gotta have it because like the Ravens are beat to shit. Like they got to be looking at that, being like, all right, we got to win this game.
No, that's fair.
That was it for the noon slate, right?
Yes.
All right. First game that I have for the afternoon slate, Bucks at Seahawks. So the Seahawks are getting 4.5.
Yeah.
And over under is 45.5.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a dream uniform matchup.
Yeah, we're getting throwbacks from both, right?
The white creamsicles and the Seahawks throwbacks.
Can't wait.
Dude, I'll probably have this on the big screen.
Oh yeah.
This will be the game to watch for sure. So, and we also talked about it. The Mariners game is going to be happening like shortly after. So I wonder how their Seattle fans are going to rush over to watch the baseball game afterwards. I don't really have much on this game. I hope it's a great game because the uniform matchup is going to be awesome.
Yep.
Bucks are kind of beat to shit. So, but Ibuka is playing,
and so is Baker.
Yeah. You know what?
I never doubted Baker was going to play. By the way, I was
with you on like the Eagles kind of like
Dominating.
dominating that game, even though Baker had a chance to win it. I like the Bucks in this one, dude.
I do too. I really do too.
Like, it's surprising considering how good the Seahawks have been defensively, and Sam Darnold's been cooking this
Kenneth
season.
Walker and Zach Charbonnet have been running the ball pretty well.
Yeah, but I think the Chris Godwin chemistry is going to happen this game.
Yeah,
I think
fair.
it has to happen. Is Bucky Irving playing, or is he?
I think he is. Yeah.
Tristan Wirfs is back, right?
Yep. Yeah. So no, Bucky Irving's out. My bad. Bucky Irving is out.
Okay,
But
Rashawn
Tristan
White.
Wirfs is back.
Do they have a Sean Tucker or whatever his name is?
They do have Sean Tucker.
Okay. I know you're getting tired, so we'll kind of wrap it up real quick. Did you see? I'm pretty sure that you saw it, but the reporter that asked Baker if he and Darnold ever reminisced on the good old times in
Yeah, and he was
Carolina.
like,
What days?
yeah.
He
What
said-
good times.
He said, "What days?" And the reporter was like, "The good days." Baker was like, "Oh, no, we don't."
God, I love Baker.
I know, dude. He's the best.
Yeah, no, I'd take the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, I do think it's gonna be a good game though.
I agree.
Like,
100%.
it is in Seattle. Sam Darnold, we were asking like, hey, is it just what's his name, Kevin O'Connell that, is it his offensive scheme that's making him good? I think he's just he's rejuvenated. So it looks good. Should be a good game, but I like the Bucks in this one. Titans at Cardinals. Cardinals are getting 6.5 over under 40.5. Close your eyes.
This one's Cardinals all day.
Yeah. Coach Callahan even said, so it's funny, he had thoughts on what Cam Ward had to say. You remember the statement? He said, if we keep it a buck, we ass.
No, sorry. What did you say? I was getting a text.
So Brian Callahan had some thoughts on what Cam Ward had to say. You remember when Cam Ward was like, if we keep it a buck, we ass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Callahan said he probably needs to use his words differently. I disagree. I think he perfectly described the Titans.
Yeah.
So I think he used the right verbiage and right wording.
I think you want honesty from your quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you know the Titans have been outscored 120-51 this season?
That's crazy, including a 30-0 win. Wait, no.
That was the Panthers.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah, 120-51.
I'm fucking tired. I'm so off right now.
I know. I'm sorry. It's
okay.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
And the losses, like the amount that they lose by gets worse and worse each week too. So bad vibes for both of these teams. Like
100%.
it feels like there's just awful vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, the body language for the Cardinals isn't great. Did you see kind of a weird quote from Kyler Murray?
Mm-mm.
So when they asked, like, so whenever he was doing his pregame presser or just like something about like, what they do after training or after practice and stuff, the reporters asked about the new training facility that the Cardinals are going to be opening up in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyler was like, oh, what do you mean? Like what I think about it? They were like, yeah. And he said, it's beautiful. I hope I'm here to see it.
I mean, he's not wrong for thinking that way. Probably should have said it, but he's not wrong for thinking that way.
What do you think? Like, is he saying he may not be there, like in Arizona, or he may not be here on this earth anymore?
I wouldn't go that far. I think he might be in a Call of Duty lobby somewhere.
I don't know, dude. His like demeanor and body language has been
he's been down
bad. Yeah, he's been down bad. He had the Mike Vick jersey. Did you see the Instagram post?
The photo that he deleted? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was funny.
But still, it was just kind of like, I don't know. He's on something. I like Kyler Murray, but something's going on. But bad vibes from the
Cards win. Cards win.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cardinals win too, but I don't think that changes the dynamic of the team. Their body language, dude. Like, I agree with what Trill Withers said about have Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison ever met each other. It feels like the best thing that happened to the Cardinals was the mini bye because they didn't have to talk to each other.
Yeah,
They all just got to go home. I don't know. The culture there it's a little off. So I don't really like anything other than the under in this game. I like under 40.5.
I agree.
That was my pick. Last like 3 games. We'll go by this real quick. Lions at Bengals. Lions are getting 11.5 over under 44.5. I love the Lions in this one because they are on a fucking tear against the spread. I looked up the stats on this. Did you know that the Lions in the last 20 games are 14-5-1 against the spread?
That's crazy.
Yeah. In their last 30 games, they're 21-8-1 against the spread. And in the last 50 games, they're 36-13-1 against the spread.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're basically like a mortgage-backed security. They're like the safest investment.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And
the lines come down a little bit too. It's 9.5 and 49.5 on the total, but 9.5, I like that even more than I did 11.
I'll take 11.5. I think
that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely smoked the Bengals.
It's not going to be close.
And they haven't given up a sack in 3 straight games.
Jesus Christ. Well, Aiden Hutchinson's probably going to get 7.
No, I'm saying the Lions' offensive line hasn't.
No,
given up
I know, but I'm saying on the other side, Aiden Hutchinson might get fucking 12. I'd take the over at 11.5 on him getting sacks.
Damn, you think he's going to get 12 sacks?
Yes, that's since the offensive line is fucking horrendous.
Yeah. It's just crazy how drastic the turnaround the Lions franchise has.
Got a good coach.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
Great coach.
I'm honestly jealous of Lions fans. I have half a mind to call my buddy Arnold right now, but he's probably asleep. He's a Lions fan. He had to endure the 0-16 season. So, and on the other side, the Bengals are a mess. Joe Burrow should win MVP just because of how he keeps
how bad it is in Cincy.
Yeah. The only fan that Jake Browning has right now is his hot wife.
Yeah, I know.
He's winning. He's making money. And
he's doing great. So he's doing better than us combined.
You like the Lions in this one?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Yes.
Okay. Lions by 1 billion. Commanders at Chargers. Chargers are getting 2.5 over under 47.5.
Jaden Daniels is back.
Return to Jaden Daniels, but Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown are still out.
Correct.
So, the thing that's interesting to me about this matchup is Commanders defense wasn't good last week at stopping the run. The Chargers are trying to find a run game, even though they're without Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. So, there's that. I wonder how Justin Herbert's going to bounce back after that game last week.
I feel pretty comfortable with Justin Herbert. I think he's going to bounce back well. I think Omarion Hampton's starting to get things going. He had some big runs last week.
Yeah.
Against a good defensive line from the Giants. So I think he'll do just fine. I take the Chargers to win and cover, to be honest.
Well, and there's also the component that, the videos resurfacing of Jackson Dart, which, by the way, shout out to him. He was Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player, got slimed.
Oh, the MVP?
Yeah, forgot about that. It was funny. I was thinking about this. You know how there's like the epidemic of people throwing green dildos on the field?
Yes.
What if they did that during like a Nickelodeon playoff game?
That'd be hilarious.
With the kids watching.
That was so funny.
Let's
be honest,
there's a video surfacing of Jackson Dart at the nightclub, and they were asking who his celebrity crush was, and he said Madison Beer.
That's hilarious.
I'm sure, Herbert, after getting basically swagged on, I don't know. We'll see where he's at mentally. Yeah. I am a big time lover of a Luke McCaffrey anytime touchdown.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Real quick before we get to the last game and do our dick picks real quick. The last time these two quarterbacks played was when they faced off in that Pac-12 After Dark.
ASU, Oregon.
Yep.
And Jaden Daniels to Brandon Ayuk, I think.
Yep. But a downfield shot to Ayuk, they won't get him. Wow. Chris Fowler.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in the desert, right? It was in Arizona State.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude.
In Tempe.
I went back and watched that game over the summer before college football started. I forgot how fucking good Jaden Daniels looked in that game.
You remember when Arizona State like burned all his shit, was throwing it all the way after he left?
Goes to LSU, wins a Heisman.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because they're making fun of him after that loss to Florida State,
Yeah.
like when he first transferred there.
Mm-hmm. Bad look. But
Yeah, because
Arizona State's fun though.
Yeah, when wasn't Oregon like they had natty hopes that season? They were number 6 in the country.
Think so, yeah.
Shout out the Sun Devils. But yeah, Jane Daniels is back. I like the Chargers.
I do too.
And you know what? The Commanders kind of had their backs against the wall right now. Like if they have aspirations of making a Super Bowl this season. Even though like most fans are thinking they're like a year away. Like when you have Jaden Daniels, anything is possible. So I've been like way back and forth on this one, but just because like I'm an honorary Chargers fan and I want them to win the division. This is a can't lose for the Chargers. That's what I'm gonna classify it as a can't lose.
I would agree because the Chiefs looks like they might be getting shit rolling.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a good game.
I agree.
And then last game, we don't have to talk about Monday. But Sunday night, Patriots at Bills. Bills are getting 7.5. Over under was 47.5 last time I checked. I'm sorry, 48.5. So
they both moved. It's Buffalo 8.5 and 49.5.
Okay.
Also, Buffalo's wearing the rivalry
whiteout,
all whites. Yeah,
the whiteout. We are
snow melts in May.
Yeah,
we
are. We are. Those snow melts in May.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Bills won.
Damn, you have like no analysis, brother. I know you're ready to.
There's honestly this weekend is kind of meh.
Yeah, I know. It trust me, it took me 2 days of trying to prepare for these games, but hey, it's a big test for Vrabel and Drake May though, because
it's true.
First of all, Josh Allen is 10-2 on Sunday Night Football. Drake and Josh, by the way, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think about that.
Drake and Josh, I had that written down. Potential shootout. So yeah, but interesting stat: Drake May still hasn't beaten a team with a record of over 500.
Yeah, it's not going to change.
So, I mean, the Patriots did beat Buffalo last season at the end of the season, but if you remember correctly, it was Joe Milton.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, Patriots fans, you ran him out of town.
Yeah.
So, I will be watching this game because I think this is going to be a good game.
With the
from a roster standpoint and like a
game.
Talent perspective, you look at this and you're like, oh yeah, Bills easily covered that, but I like Mike Vrabel to keep it an interesting game. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Bills cover. I think they win, but
yeah.
I would take the Patriots to cover for sure.
Yeah. All right. Got anything else?
No, man. You ready to do dick pics?
Yes. Now you won last week, right?
Last week I went
3 of 5, right?
2 and 3.
No, you went because 2 wins, 3 losses.
Yeah, 2 wins, 3 losses. I went 2 and 3,
and I was 1 of 5. I got 1 right.
You got 2.
Oh, I did.
Lions and Chiefs.
All right, rock paper scissors. See who goes first.
Yeah. Rock paper.
There, go.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Okay, that was just dog shit. Go first. The timing was awful. You won anyways.
Listen, I'm just that fucking good, I guess.
Listen here.
I'm so happy I got first because this is my favorite pick. This is my can't lose. Patriots Bills over 48.5.
You son of a bitch. That was one of mine. Okay, so that's Bills over. I'm taking the Browns money line.
You like the Browns money line? Let me write that down.
And we're staking it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I also like the Bucks money line.
You do?
Yes, I like the Bucks to win.
Well, they're 4.5, right? Or is it Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle is 3.5 now.
Bucks. Damn, 2 money lines. All right. I'm going to take the under in the London game. Cheerio.
Okay. Under in London. The Lunder.
Yeah, 36.5.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Colts minus 6.5.
Okay. All right. I am going to take the Chargers to cover 2.5.
Fuck, that was going to be one of mine.
And then I'm going to take the Giants money line as well.
All right, getting risky with your shit.
I am.
Let's see. I've got Patriots Bills over the Lunder. Colts minus 6. Yeah, Colts minus 6.5. Damn. I'm gonna take the. So I'm always nervous about, but you know what? I trust Dan Campbell. I'm gonna take the Lions minus 9.5 or 10.5. What did I have?
It's 9.5 now, but you had 11.5, I think.
Lions minus 11.5.
Damn it, that was my other one too. What's your last one?
Fuck. I shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Jets to cover 1.5. Ugh.
Okay. And my last one, funny enough, you're going with that.
Oh wait, that's not right. Jets 1.5.
Yeah, it's 1.5. Dallas is minus 1.5.
No. I had 2.5, so I'm gonna go with 2.5. That's what I had written down.
I am gonna take Dallas to cover. And since we're doing the same game, I'll also take that 2.5. So I have Bucks, Browns, and Giants money line, and then both Dallas and the Chargers to cover 2.5.
Yep.
You have the Lunder. That's Bills over. Colts to cover 6.5. Lions to cover 9.5. Jets to cover 2.5. You are 5-6 so far on the season. I'm 3-8.
I'm 5-6.
Yeah.
No, because
You went 3-2 in week 1 and 2-3.
No. I'm going based on so it's 3 of 6. So we're doing the total of the games. We're only counting the wins.
Oh well,
right?
yeah. I mean you have 5 wins, 6 losses.
Okay, so that would be 5 of 11, right?
Yeah, 5 of 11. Yeah.
So 5. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm 3 of 11.
So I can do Lions minus 9.5, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's yours.
Lions minus 9.5, Colts minus 6.5. Did I originally have Colts minus 6.5?
I think so.
I don't remember what the.
Maybe it was 7. It might have been 7.
No. It was 5.5 when I wrote it down.
Okay.
I'll do
5.5 then.
I'll do 6.5. It's fine.
All right, cool.
Watch only.
Anything else?
They're gonna win.
You want to get into? I know, right?
We got to bring back Hotspot Dead Zone sometime.
We do. We'll bring it back Monday.
So Sunday night, or Sunday morning, while the game is going on, do you want to record the recap for college football?
Depends on what time I go to bed after the fights tomorrow night. I'm usually up early, so we'll plan on that. Yeah, we'll plan on that.
Okay. And then Monday night,
we'll
do NFL recap.
Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching this long, late episode of Locker Room Talk. But it's been a fun one, even though we're getting sleepy towards the end. Shout out Cubs. Shout out college football. Shout out the MLB playoffs. And shout out the NFL. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys Sunday morning. Peace.